live performance from Elandre.
Ooh.
Clearly, that's why she's doing the performance, not me. My voice is just done.
You
for this
tried,
week.
though.
I've been serving all morning, though, but I'm absolutely here for it. So excited that this morning we have not just the two of us, but a lot more people to look forward to.
Look at me tearing
You're
up
getting
because
emotional.
I missed one person in particular.
You're good hands.
We miss you, bro. But we know that you're holding things down out in Jersey today, so we gotta kind of imagine what's happening on the social media streets.
A G in Jersey? I like the sound of this. G-Man, capping. What's happening?
Oh man, I gotta say, I'm missing you guys so much. I can't even see your beautiful faces right now, but I would imagine the energy down there, awesome. A little bit jealous that you got Trent Bolt in studio, but don't worry, I got me and Elandre, and he looks amazing. He's sounding absolutely phenomenal, doing some interesting things in his space. And then, of course, we got Mark Banks as well, stepping in, a comedy legend who's got a brand new show, so can't wait for that. But what I'm most desperate to is connect with you, the people out there, and of course, we are asking something really interesting, and it's got a bit of a sports connection this morning. So I'm going to put it to you. This is the post we're putting up that I need you guys to respond to today. If you could, overnight, literally, just take a pill or maybe have an insane dream, something happened and you could become a pro, a master at any sport, what would that be? Just think about it. Think of the lifestyle of a pro football player in America, maybe a footy star in America or in England playing Champions League football. What is that thing that you dream about and have since you were a kid? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. You can drop us a voice note. You can hit us up on all of the socials. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. We have one of the best social media teams in the business. They will connect and respond, and we'll go through some of those. Hopefully really cool and inspiring results as we go throughout the show today. But of course, you get inspiration in the form of Trent Bolt in studio in just a moment. So maybe cricket is your choice. You can pose that question to him. But I cannot wait to get into those sporting headlines in just a moment. But right now, let's kick it off with those news headlines first.
Oh, thank you so much, G-Man. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into that first bit of news for the morning. Now we get started nationally, where NERSA has approved Eskom's electricity tariff adjustments for the next 3 years, granting a 12.7% increase for 2025-2026, far below the 36% Eskom sought. For 2026-2027, a 5.3% hike was approved instead of the requested 11%, while 2027 to 2028 will see a 6% rise, short of Eskom's 9% bid. Now, the Ministry of Electricity and Energy welcomed the decision, but warned the lower tariffs could pressure Eskom's investment plans. The ministry pledged to work closely with the utility to enhance efficiency and modernize infrastructure. In other national news, an NGO in Khayelitsha, Cape Town, is appealing for help after a devastating fire left numerous pets in distress. Approximately 200 homes were destroyed in the Taiwan informal settlement yesterday. Now, the Nzinanda Animal Clinic is leading search and rescue efforts for injured animals. Clinic spokesperson Marcel Duplessis says many families are still looking for their pets. She's urging the public to donate for medical treatment, transport costs, and ongoing emergency resources to support the rescue mission and care for the animals. Let's take a look at your international news making headlines. The rebel leader, Corneille Nangaa, head of an alliance including the M23 group, has vowed to continue their offensive towards the capital Kinshasa after capturing Goma. Despite international ceasefire calls, unconfirmed reports suggest Rwanda-backed rebels are advancing towards Bukavu. Tensions have meanwhile escalated between South Africa and Rwanda following the deaths of 13 South African peacekeepers in rebel attacks. Now, South Africa warned further assaults would be considered a, quote, declaration of war, end quote, while Rwanda's President Kagame accused South Africa of supporting offensive operations against the Congolese government. Meanwhile, Hamas confirmed the release of 110 Palestinian prisoners from Israel's Offa prison. The Israeli government had delayed the release following chaotic scenes in Khan Yunis, where 7 hostages, including 2 Israelis and 5 Thai men, were freed into the care of the Red Cross. Hundreds gathered around the convoy, and one Israeli hostage, Arbal Yehud, was reportedly escorted through the crowds by masked gunmen. This marked the 3rd hostage release since the January 19 ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. Now, we know that January is coming to an end, so I think it's only right that we close up with this story because Valentine's is around the corner. And guess who's making a comeback? None other than our beloved bumbling heroine of over 20 years. Yes, I'm talking about Bridget Jones. Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy is billed as the fourth and final film, but Renee Zellweger, ever hopeful, was with her fingers crossed for more. At the star-studded London premiere, she called Bridget an, quote, old friend and admitted she's in denial about saying goodbye. Now, the new film follows Bridget as a widow, single mother, and modern dater, inspired by author Helen Fielding's own experiences with loss. With Hugh Grant's Daniel Cleaver resurrected, fresh faces like Leo Woodall and Chiwetel Ejiofor in the mix, fans are definitely in for such a heartwarming treat. I know I, for one, have booked my tickets already. I can't wait for that. That happens next week, so get into it really soon. That's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's delve into the world of sports.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's get into those sporting headlines. Busy day in sport yesterday, in fact. Let's start with the European footballing connection and another big sigh of relief for two managers in this case. Let's start with Ruben Amorim as Manchester United secured a spot in the Europa League last 16. That was with a 2-0 victory over FCSB in Romania. That was thanks in part to second-half goals from Diogo Dalot and Kobe Mainu. Then elsewhere, Tottenham's young stars certainly stepped up on the evening. Dane Scarlett, Damola Ajayi and Mikey Moore sealing a 3-0 victory over Elfsborg, ensuring that Spurs finish in the top 8 of the adjusted format of European football. And now we move to local cricket and another explosive performance from the man himself. Faf du Plessis produced yet another stunning performance, an 87 off just 55 balls to lead the Joburg Super Kings to a dominant 7-wicket victory over the very much informed Paul Royals in the SA20 clash at the Bullring, the Wanderers, yesterday. And they certainly needed the results. JSK's bowlers restricting the Royals to 150 for 9. That was before du Plessis' explosive knock helped them seal that victory. So they remain fourth, but level on 19 points. So with third place Sunrisers Eastern Cape, who I think also will show a bit of a late kick in the second half of the season. Now, speaking of cricket, we saw yet another dominant performance, and this time off the charts, for Australia and Usman Khawaja. His first double century, in fact, along with Josh England.
I'd like to just apologize for that brief technical difficulty. We will be back with G-Man in a bit, though, but we'll carry on with the headlines right now, and we move to the world of weather. Now, the South African Weather Service has issued 2 warnings for today. Firstly, a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms, which is in effect with damaging winds, hail, localized flooding, and potential damage to infrastructure and property across much of KwaZulu-Natal, the Mpumalanga Escarpment, and the northeastern Eastern Cape. Now, additionally, heat wave conditions are expected in the Limpopo Lowveld and Limpopo Valley until Sunday, with persistently high temperatures continuing over Gauteng and the western bushveld of Limpopo until tomorrow. Now, residents are urged to take precautions. Now, it's a beautiful time, and that means it's a beautiful opportunity to showcase a sunrise view. So let's do exactly that. And this one's all the way from KZN in 31 degrees Celsius weather. Debbie came through with this beautiful shot. It looks like a still taken out of a movie. Absolutely love it. You've got palm trees, we've got blue skies, we've got a sunrise, we've got clouds. Everything you'd need to have a picture-perfect start to your day. So, Debbie, you have set the bar, and I absolutely love it. So, remind them, Mzansi, come through, and let's do it all again in the next hour. The number's 063-408-8863. Maybe you can top off that sunrise, or just show us a little bit of a difference from wherever you are experiencing your view. For now, though, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town. Oh, I think we officially had the brief handed down to us that South Africa is in full summer. It's looking hot out there, guys. Make sure you use protection and make some memories in the sun as well. It's always a good opportunity.
That's beautiful. Well, speaking about memories, we're definitely going to make some right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because we have a legend in the building. I can't wait to introduce you to somebody so great. You know that I'm learning the world of sports, but I know for a fact that this guy is legendary status. Trent Bolt is who I'm talking about, and we're going to get into some really interesting things with him, right?
Yeah,
Are
have
you
a
ready?
good conversation. But more importantly, he's going to give us some tips on how he gets that fastball action going. Maybe he can teach us how to swing the ball. I don't know, but we'll find out from Trent in just a bit. The MI champion is on our Cape Town shores and doing amazing things. So don't go anywhere. Lots of fun to be had just around the corner. Okay. Graham, you mother effer. How are you, my friend?
Who is talking? Who is?
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up to some incredible conversation. And this morning, we are joined by Trent Bolt. Now, he's the seasoned New Zealand left-arm fast bowler who's lighting up the SA20 scene with the MI Cape Town franchise. Now, he's known for his fiery spells. He's been a standout performer in the tournament so far. So let's give a Feel Good welcome to Trent Bolt! Yeah! That's for you, bro.
Yeah, I like that. Thanks
How
for
you
having me.
doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yeah, look, it's an incredible opportunity for us to have you right here in Cape Town, playing for MI Cape Town. What's the experience been like this season?
Yeah, no, it's been beautiful. Obviously, a beautiful part of the world. I count myself very lucky to get the opportunity to represent such a beautiful city. And yeah, the boys are going well. Almost the business end of the tournament, and playoff spots been finalised, but now the boys are going great.
Well, and again, you mentioned playoff spots. Let's dive straight into it because this is like the third season now that we've been involved in this incredible game, and it looks like this is the first time and first opportunity that MI are going to be heading into the playoffs. Are you the reason for that?
I was hoping you'd drop that in there. This is my first experience in the SA20, so I think it just shows the quality of the league in the previous years. There's some great cricketers here. I don't know how much of a cricket fan you are, but there's some big names, and you know they stand up for the franchises. But yeah, speaking for us personally, we've had a great year. I think guys have stood up in different parts of the tournament, and it's a good sign of a good side. So hopefully we're in a good position to lift some shiny trophy in a couple of days' time.
How good are you feeling about lifting up that trophy at the end of the day? You feeling good about it?
Hey, this format is it's a quick format. Anything can happen.
It's
and
crazy, yeah.
That's what I like about it. You know, it's obviously you want to go and turn up and obviously try to have a good game and be the guy that stands up for the team. But you know, I honestly think that we've got 11 guys on the side that really want that moment, and we're working for each other. So yeah, we won't get too far ahead of ourselves, but no, we're looking forward to taking it on.
Oh, I'm believing it. I can see that cheekiness in your smile. You got a good feeling about this. Well, let's bring it back to obviously the reason why you're out here. You get the call up to come down to Cape Town. I'm sure you must be ecstatic about that, knowing that you're coming to our shores, but also the fact that you get to be a part of something incredible. It's like a family, and you have the centre sentiment of one family, which is a hashtag going through at the moment. What was it like coming here, meeting a sort of relatively new team, a new bunch of lads? Did you amalgamate into the scene quite easily?
Yeah, I'll give you a brief rundown of my last kind of couple of years. I've moved away from the international cricket. Obviously, I'm a Kiwi, New Zealander. Played a lot of international cricket, but I've moved into this, I suppose, new world of franchise cricket. And first of all, I'm very, very lucky to be wanted by such a great franchise and MI. And yeah, I've just experienced the globe, really. We're in the blue and gold. And yeah, to get that chance to come down to such a beautiful part of the world, a part of the world where sport is so passionately followed. And you can see it, you know, you come into the team room first day one and just meet the guys for the first time, and also been lucky enough to play with a few of them. But yeah, the guys just want to do well and play for each other. And yeah, like I said, it's always a great kind of attribute of any side. So enjoyed my time. Hopefully it's not the last time I'm here, but no, definitely very focused on the job at hand.
Yeah, and I look at the team and I look at the way everything kind of just comes together. What would you say your role is, apart from being the fast bowler, taking the wickets, delivering it when we need? How would you explain your role? I mean, you've got so much experience, international experience. You've had an opportunity to play in more than one franchise across the globe. Are you able to contribute that to the team as well?
Yeah, I won't bore you with my cricketing role. It's simple. I just got to go out and get wickets. But you know, I think I hold a different role as well in the fact that I have played so much international cricket, experienced so many different conditions around the world, and that's the best part about this franchise world. You get the chance to bowl with bowlers you wouldn't normally get the chance to, right? And I'll rewind probably 10 years ago, 11 years ago, my first IPL, one of the biggest tournaments in the world. I got to open the bowling with Dale Steyn, who was an idol of mine.
Wow.
You know, as a kid, 12-year-old kid, I would never have thought that would be the case. And then fast forward, I was 25 at that time, and it's the best part about it. So I don't want to say that I'm anyone's idol in this side, but you know, I get the chance to bowl with some South African bowlers, as well as other bowlers around the world. It's the best part about it. So yeah, offer some advice and have some fun. Yeah.
Let me just clear the record there, but you definitely are inspiring many of us, especially in South Africa as well. So keep doing you. I want to find out from you, with your international experience, especially when it comes to the T20 format, what do you think about the version out here in Cape Town, in South Africa's shores right now? How do you see it progressing? How do you see it going in the future too?
Well, like I said, this part of the world, you guys get around any sport, really. Obviously, your Springbok boys probably got the upper hand on the All Blacks at the moment. Geez, I better not say that too loud. But, yeah, it's such a great place to play sport. I haven't played a lot of cricket here. I've played probably 5 test matches here in my kind of 12-year career, but these were my first T20 games that I've ever played in South Africa. But, you know, Newlands, what a beautiful ground. Packed out stadiums every time, you know, the blue flags flying around and the mountains behind. You don't see that very often, and yeah, it just shows you that the public get behind a good product, and yeah, it's great. And it's obviously inspiring the next generation of cricketers, which is a very important thing as well, to go, yeah, man, I want a piece of that. I want to, you know, guys and girls want to be out there playing cricket. So, you know, it's only healthy for the game. So that's the main thing.
Absolutely. Well, I can't thank you enough once again, Trent, for coming through and being a part of this incredible franchise. I think as Cape Townians, everybody's celebrating the fact that you're here. So thank you. But more as a South African, just thank you for including yourself and your expertise in the T20 League, because it's just so cool to watch, so cool to be a part of as well. And it doesn't stop there, Mzansi, because we're going to get first-hand taste into how this man really gets game ready and get geared up for the big event. And if you're wanting to know more about the sport and have no idea, then stick around. We might have a tip or two for you to maybe go through yourself. Enjoy. Nice stuff, bro.
Cheers, brother.
Oh, man, major FOMO right now. Absolute gems coming from Trent. If you're a young cricketer, this is where you need to listen and stay tuned, because there's more coming from him. I can't give you that level of sporting history and knowledge and insider info, but I can connect you to a few million bucks. And this morning, there are quite a few. In fact, 16 million up for grabs if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus. That's the estimated jackpot this Friday, so get on it. So you can do it in a number of different ways. If you play Powerball, there is an estimated 9 million, Powerball Plus an estimated 7 million up for grabs. So I would suggest get your tickets and do it now. You can go in-store with a smile on your face. You can go nationallottery.co.za. You can use their brilliant mobile app. Your cell phone banking kind of app will probably have a little drop down there, or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. Whatever you do, just do it. Panda, push or play. Powerball sitting at an estimated 16 million rand in its jackpot ahead of the weekend. January for what?
Roy
I
for
love that.
what? For who? For no one.
For nobody. I'm so glad that January has come to an end. So we got to celebrate in the best way, and I think that's to do with food. Like,
Okay, no
when
one's
it comes to
gonna complain about that.
celebration, the food's got to be there. So we're gonna make a tuna medley, and it's got some beetroot in it. It's got some rocket, some onion. It's gonna be so delicious for summer.
Are we going to sing while we do that?
I
Is
think
that
we're
the
gonna
medley?
sing. We're gonna rap.
Oh,
We're gonna do
nice.
everything.
What we are also going to be doing is moving with Trent Bolt, the man still in our studio, teaching us a few tricks on how he gets that fast ball bowling action. And yeah, if you want to be inspired or are inspired by cricket, then this is definitely the one for you. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. And let's speak about that dish, because look how delicious this looks. You ready for it? Check this out.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. And as promised, we are about to get moving. We are still out here with Trent Bolt, and he's the renowned New Zealand fast bowler, as well as MI Cape Town star in the SA20 League. Now this time, he's going to show us a little bit about his world and maybe some tips and tricks that'll get you bowling your first cricket ball. Trent, before we get into it though, I feel amazing holding this thing right here. This is the official cricket ball that you guys are playing with, right?
It is, yeah.
That's the one.
Very
Okay.
simple. 156 grams. So there
Specifically,
you go.
yeah.
It's a certain weight, but I want to keep it very simple for everyone at home. Obviously, it's white. We play at night, so you can see it in the sky.
Okay, visibility, yeah.
It's got the seam down the middle. The idea is you want to get the seam as straight as you possibly can. So the
Okay.
straighter it is, the more the ball moves in the air, okay?
All right.
When you're a little bit nervous, you turn the ball the other way so it comes out this way, so it goes dead straight.
Okay.
But for me, I keep it very simple, 2 fingers, and I just turn the ball each way. So if I want it to go that way, it goes that way.
And you say go that way. What is it? Is it bouncing? Is it swinging? Is it curving?
It's curving in the air, swing bowling we call it.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So you know how you see all the guys rubbing it on their leg and rubbing it on their chest? They're trying to create a very smooth surface.
Oh, this makes sense.
So you wouldn't think it, but when it goes through the air, obviously the air on the smooth side, there's no friction. On the rough side, the ball pulls, and that's how it moves through the air.
Okay, the math is starting to math. This makes absolute sense. And somehow amongst all of that, you've got to keep this thing dead straight all the way through to the wicket.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that being at the forefront of our conversation, how do we actually accomplish this bowling strategy? What do you actually have to do? Because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of weird movements here.
Yeah, well, you obviously dress for it. I don't want you to rip your shirt. It looks pretty tight there, but I'm left-handed, so I'm the other way around. So you're going to have to go the opposite,
Like opposite,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
I'll try
You
like
come on
mirror
this
you.
side, actually, so then
Okay.
we're probably, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is, I told you the grip, 2 fingers,
2 fingers.
straight down it, and you're on one leg.
So opposite, you were right, so I'm left.
Yep. And you're going to come together, and then basically that hand's going to go down to the floor, the bowling hand,
Yeah, this one.
and that hand's going to go to the roof. You got good glute strength, bro. You're ready
Bro,
to
you're
go.
gonna like stand here for days.
Yeah.
This is
And
the
from
first
there,
challenge.
You're going to fall through
Fall through.
and come over the top.
Come over the top.
You got to keep it straight. Yeah.
Yo, a lot going on there, huh?
There's a lot to think of. It's the most unnatural thing in the world. And trying to teach a 5-year-old kid to do all that is very, very hard. They all come up and just throw the ball, basically.
And your body's going through like a crazy amount of strain, pressure, and the angles because, I mean, I'm walking through that movement. Hip flexor needs to come into play. I've got to like really place my leg down. This is creating like a weird sort of a fulcrum point here on my entire body. So there's a lot of force coming up until your hip here. What happens next? That thing's just like breaking, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of load going through your body when you're going through the crease. And typically injuries are stress fractures in your back.
Gosh.
Yeah, kind of, obviously you're turning as well, so there's side strains, there's muscle tears in your obliques and stuff like that. But everyone's like, oh, you must have big shoulders, but you want to be, you've got big shoulders, but you want to be lean and kind of be able to rotate, right? Like,
So you actually want more mobility as well as that range of motion, that accuracy, that control.
yeah.
Man, I'm starting to get even more and more respect for you as I start to think about what's actually required to bowl this ball because it's really clearly a lot harder than we think. But we're getting the seam hold right, so that's quite important. I'm going to face it up into the camera over there. So we're getting the left leg up.
Yep.
How do I make sure that I aim it like in the right direction? Is there any tip there?
You go where your head goes.
So keep my head there.
Yeah, so where your nose goes, you want to go kind of towards where you want to bowl. But the hardest part is keeping that straight. But
I could easily do that in slow motion.
yeah.
On average, what is the speed of a ball coming out of your arm?
Oh, I'm not fast by any means. Like,
Yeah?
I'm like 130, 135
And
kilometers.
that's not fast.
That's not fast, yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
okay.
But there's a big difference between 130 and 140, to be
Yeah.
honest. And like guys are 150 Ks and yeah, the ability to bowl 150 Ks and then they change the pace with no kind of cue down to 120. That's where the good
Gosh,
guys
Trent, so
make their money. Yeah.
how do you imagine strength, mobility, endurance, you name it? This vessel is doing the absolute most, and I'm grateful that it's in prime condition to represent MI Cape Town. So thank you for doing exactly that, man. Thank you for sharing your world with us. And yeah, man, I hope that this thing claims a lot of wickets out of your hand in the next few weeks.
Thank you so much,
Cheers,
brother.
Trent.
Legend.
Really appreciate you, and good luck with the playoffs, yeah?
Cheers, man.
Yeah! Enjoy Mzansi. I hope you're one step closer to getting your Azay on.
Oh, I love the energy in studio right now. And because we have a champion here, we're going to have to make a champion status meal. So say hello to your new weekend obsession, this layered tuna and marinated beetroot medley. It's like a party on a bright plate. It's going to be so good for you. It's colorful. It's loaded with flavor. Now, whether you're celebrating the end of the week, the end of January, or preparing for a cozy Saturday brunch, this salad is definitely the perfect way to kickstart things off. And of course, I've got to bring in Ryle. He put in some work and some effort. This looks like I'm swimming now. Wait.
Are we rewarding me for managing with Trent? The man's like a weapon with that ball. Honestly,
Crazy.
so inspiring. But this is even more inspiring now after that workout. I think we can fill the belly with some good stuff. As always, it looks like a little bit of a rainbow. So I'm excited about this.
Are your arms okay from doing all of that?
Okay, they're ready
I'm going
for
to
it.
get you to whisk.
Okay,
here.
I'm ready. What's happening? How are we
So
doing this actually?
we're going to be layering this beautiful salad. You can start with any greens, but I love some rocket or arugula, as they say in the US.
Is that what it's called in
This
the
is what it's called in the
Yeah,
States. It's like
arugula.
peppery and just delicious. So it adds a nice punch of
Also
flavor.
reminds you of like a pizza, you know, like just giving me
Oh,
pizza feels.
with
Yeah,
the
I always
arugula
have
on
rocket over.
top.
Yeah.
Oh, rockets,
That's my
yes.
vibe. So I absolutely love this. I love the fact that we're not using lettuce as well. I think I'm allergic to it. It tastes like bitter water to me. It's something that doesn't vibe with the standard lettuce. No shade
I
though.
think
No
you've
shade
got-
to
you've
standard
got
lettuce.
bougie taste buds, please.
I got
We
a
all grew
Woolies
up
palate.
with lettuce. But yes, we're stepping it up with this.
Okay.
And then we just got to layer it. But before we do that, I want you to whisk up the marinade and the sauce for the beetroot.
Nice.
So you can buy beetroot pre-boiled or you can boil it yourself and cut it up. And then we're just going to go with some salt, pepper, some seasonings, some mustard, some honey, balsamic vinegar, oil, and some lemon juice.
Nice, right. So
And that's
this
going
is-
to create something good.
Is this creating that medley that I heard about? I was looking for the medley in this recipe. Is this
Right.
it?
This is the medley, having tuna and beetroot together.
Ah, okay, I got you.
So you do that. I can
Yep.
even start and go ahead with this. And we want to make it look fancy because, I mean, look at what we're working with over there. Our
So the
kitchen
bar's been
fairies
set.
have really set the bar very high. So
I like that. The meals don't always have to be so like overcomplicated,
Yeah.
which lets you the opportunity to have fun with it. And this is that moment that we're talking about where you don't have to get too caught up in like, have I prepared this to perfection?
Yeah.
Rather focus on the fun stuff, and that's decorating, making it look like it's something appealing.
Exactly.
And that's where you can put some of your creative expertise in. If it's been lurking around in that body of yours, now's the time to bring it out.
and also, I feel like if food looks good, it's going to taste good. We eat with
Absolutely.
our eyes first, right?
Yeah, sometimes even if it doesn't taste good, just the fact that it looks good will get you over the line. So make sure you tick that box at the least, and
Your
then you won't
stomach
have
must just understand.
yeah, then you won't have like full complaints from your guests.
It's true, it's true, it's true. Instagram saw it and liked it. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
can I talk about the flavor that I'm getting from this and the sort of like a sense? It's really like intriguing to me because I thought it was just going to be like a citrusy a punch, you know, that you normally expect from like the lemony type of
Yes.
feels, but it's balancing out so nicely. I see why this is a big step for the beetroot because it's bringing it to like a new realm of
Yes.
enjoyment. I think this should bath in this for a while.
I think
You can
so.
have more beetroot. I think pop it in here and
Yeah.
have beetroot on the side as well.
Exactly.
Because it's a hero in this one for sure.
And it's almost like a pickled beetroot, right?
That's what I was going to get at.
Yeah.
I'm like really loving this whole sort of fermented kimchi world of food and
Yes.
flavor.
Oh, I love kimchi.
It gives a great sort of tick in the health box as well. So this is kind of playing into that realm. Like you said, that pickle vibe. It's really great for summer too. We've got so much heat in South Africa, over 30 degrees in most parts. So this is a fresh one. This is something I think that's going to balance out all the heat around us and just bring that zesty freshness that we wanted.
Oh,
so
we love some zesty.
absolutely love how you've arranged the
Do you
tuna
like
here.
it?
Wow.
I'm concentrating so hard right now.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, actually. You've been paying
Okay.
attention in the
And
kitchen,
I think I have been. And I think this is really great because we've all got canned tuna in our house. I have them stacked up because
You
it's one of
got,
my
like,
favorite things.
reserves for the zombie apocalypse.
Literally.
I'm the same.
I'm going to be okay, y'all. Don't even worry about me. So you can just pop that in here with some beetroot. I also tend to have a lot of that in my fridge. I love it in a salad. So I'm going to do that.
Beetroot's like, I stand to be corrected, but it's like a natural
Antioxidant.
antioxidant and a vasodilator. So it's great for just getting
Yes.
like good circulation.
Absolutely.
Great as a pre or intra workout if you are very active as well.
Oh.
Great for that circulatory response.
A nice little beetroot as a pre-workout is interesting.
Also for me, tuna, like if you are that kind of person that
Yeah.
uses tuna a lot and you appreciate the protein value and everything else that it has, you'll appreciate the creativity in this recipe because I've been
Yes.
like caught up on trying to make tuna a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I only had
adding
tuna
feta,
mayo.
tuna mayo, tuna feta. I've been doing like some weird things, but you kind of run out of ideas and
You
creativity.
do.
So this for me is just bringing creativity back to the forefront, and I love it. What are you working with a jus there now?
Yeah, no,
Look
I
at
love
you, huh?
that. It's a little bit of a jus. It's adding some color because we all know beetroot stains everything. So
Yeah.
just add some juice. You don't even need salad dressing because you have it right here.
Literally, that is just smart. And
cute?
like I said, I think you should add more beetroot and keep that recipe because it just works with so many things, not just the salad, but I think for a couple other little
Yeah.
dressings. So voila,
Just
there
end off
it
with
is.
some seasoning
Can I-
and
Can I dare say it that I think yours might be better than the kitchen fairies?
Oh,
Don't come at me
start
now.
beef here.
Don't come at me. I promise. I'm calling a truce though. But wow, well done.
Thank you,
You have decorated
Ryle.
this to absolute perfection. And Mzansi, you can do this as well. Just head over to expresso.com. Get your summer inspiration. Get your zesty salad. A medley of flavor. And it's waiting for you. What are you waiting for? Get involved in
Exactly. That's
this.
a great question. What are you waiting for? Hopefully some more good things on your Feel Good Breakfast show, because we've got to get into testing beautiful little children on their oral hygiene. It's so important to start that from a young age and keep those practices as you age. So we're going to see how well they do.
I like that. And we're going to keep it with the youth, because the Pizza Mosamane Youth Football Foundation is coming through with something incredible. They're doing wonderful work here in our country. And we're going to give you an opportunity to dive in and find out more about exactly that. So don't go anywhere. This one's for you. We'll see you around the corner.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast show, opening up on S3. And like we promised you, let's dive into something special, especially for the youth. We're talking about the Pizza Mosemane Youth Football. It's something that's absolutely amazing. It's making waves in youth football development, and they're expanding the reach through new partnerships with Cape Town schools. Now, we're about to explore its impact, the opportunities created for local coaches, and the vision driving this initiative forward. Now we have Moira Tlagale, as well as she's the director of the MT Sports, as well as the Pizza Mosemane Youth Football, and also Carl Kreerling, recently the head of development, who's joining us in studio to chat about this absolutely amazing initiative. And I think amazing is an understatement, to say the least. So let's talk about this expanding, creating a beautiful footprint in the country. Why is this so important to you? Why are we making these moves? Why is this a thing?
As we just had firstly, good morning to your
Yeah.
viewers, and it's such a pleasure to be here in Cape Town. Just as the name says, it's called the Pitso Mosimane Youth Football. This is a Coach Pitso Mosimane legacy project. As we know, Coach Pitso is one of the most successful coaches and even players in his times when he was playing football. And one of the biggest things was that he needed to create a bigger legacy for South Africa, given the challenges that we have with football in our country. And in doing that, we did a research to understand how athletes or clubs that are successful around the world do it. And one of the examples we also looked at was our own rugby club. And we realized that for the success, you have to start with players from a very young age, which are children. And hence our approach was then we need to be working with children from a young age. And where do you find them? You find them in schools. And then that's why we've got this partnership with Kuro Schools, but also we've got our own football club where we involve children. So our focus now is really children from the age of, from under 6 to under 15. And Coach Pitso's vision is that in the next 10 years, he wants to see product of the children being in Banyana Banyana and Bafana Bafana, 80% of those products.
How cool would that be to be able to see that entire journey unfold
Absolutely.
from the source all the way to that end product? And we've seen these examples of how kids are so inspired by our athletes in our country. And if I look at the talent that we have at schools, I think this is a brilliant idea. Discovering it before it loses itself to those external negative influences. So this is incredible work. Carla, I wanted to maybe start by saying congratulations. I think a recent move to head of development. This is an incredible role for you, man. What are you hoping to achieve with this? And what are your priorities, especially when we're talking about the Cape Town footballers that you'll be associating with?
So, thank you firstly. My main priority, I would say, is look, I have 92 coaches under me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's across 5 provinces. Recently Western Cape and Mpumalanga. But it's largely about further educating them, because at the end of the day, those coaches are the ones that are with the kids day to day. So how can I further my knowledge onto them? But obviously it's challenging to do so by myself, but I do have a team of people that I do work with so that we can further enhance the understanding and the principles that they bring across in the football. So obviously difficult, challenging, but I mean, we have over enough time to further encourage and grow with these coaches and kids.
How exactly are you doing that, man? It's easier said than done, right? We're talking about firstly getting a kid to focus at a young age when there's all this energy and it needs to be channeled in a positive way, right? And you're doing that with football. But there's a far bigger picture here, like you just mentioned. This is not just limiting itself to just football. You're changing mindsets. You're changing the potential of a child here. How exactly are you capitalizing on that facet of this space?
Look, I think when you look at sport, there's so much that goes into it, you know, beyond what you say now, beyond football. And I think in terms of what we're doing right now, we like to speak of our relationship with Kuro and the academics that come with it. So beyond football, it's the academics, because if you're in the football space, you understand that options are limited and the percentages are low in terms of the turnover ratio to turn pro. So how can we change their lives within the academic space as well? But when you're in a team environment, yes, football, yes, education, but there's certain disciplines, respects, and all these, and teamwork that all come within that, how can I say, that learning elements that the kids go through, you know. So ultimately just trying to create a better young man and woman through football.
And I think it's not just as a player that there's this end goal, but if you look at the entire ecosystem of football, from commentating, agents, gear, coaching, you name it, it's an incredible opportunity to play in a space and sustain yourself in a space like that. But also the skills you're talking about go far beyond that. I want to talk about this, the importance of coaches. Like you mentioned, 92 coaches you're working with. It would make sense to me that you need a big team and you need to be able to have that impact and have that reach. So there must be quite a big emphasis being placed on these coaches in order to create that turnaround and have the success of the Pitso Mosimane Foundation with these kids, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think just to also add on what Carlos said, Coach Pitso's tagline which is not something that we went out to a marketing company and say, help us unpack it. He kept on saying, I would like to create a player of tomorrow. So that is our tagline. And creating a player of tomorrow means somebody who is balanced from an education point of view, from a technique point of view, and from an education point of view. So that is the player that we create. And to do that, he says, therefore, he emphasizes also on the importance of coach education, because coaches themselves need to know that they need to train our children age-appropriate type of techniques. He keeps on saying to us, you cannot have a grade 1 being taught a grade 12 math. So the challenges that we see generally is that kids use incorrect size of balls, incorrect pitch sizes and goal posts. So those things. And what is it that you're doing with a child? You cannot be teaching a 7-year-old issues of how to score, but more about motor skills. So therefore, that goes back to ensuring what Carlos just said, the importance of training our coaches to understand how to actually train those children.
Listen, Carlo and Moira, you guys are doing absolutely incredible work. Thank you for the impact. Thank you for your sacrifice and your dedication to a truly beautiful cause, and I really truly hope that we can see the products of this incredible efforts that you have reaching the epitome and wearing that Bafana shirt representing our country. So if you want to find out more, you can head over to the Pitso Mosemane Youth Football pages. They're all online on the socials, doing incredible work. If you want to support, if you think you've got some talent you want to share with them, then you know where to go. For now though, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Our youth are in great hands.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the invite.
I love that our youth are in good hands, and also we all know that little smiles deserve big care, so let's make sure that they also keep those pearly whites clean. Now, keeping teeth clean isn't just important, it can also be fun too, let me tell you. So let's dive into what kids have to say about their own oral care.
What would your mouth say about how well you take care of it?
I would think it would say that I need to brush more and brush for longer.
If my mouth could talk, it will give me a thumbs up because I give it what it wants.
I think it would say I would brush more often. Sometimes I only brush my teeth once.
Why is it so important to take care of your oral hygiene?
Because it can make your teeth shiny.
If you don't take care of it, your teeth will be rotten and fall out.
Because when we don't brush our teeth fall out and they get rotten.
How often do you remember to brush your teeth?
A lot. I don't always remember to brush my teeth.
I remember to brush my teeth every day, and I'm a twice-a-day superstar.
Twice a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Do you think brushing and swishing can be fun?
It's fun because when I brush my teeth and then I sing my favorite song in my head.
I take long because I always sing like a random song that comes to my head.
How many teeth do you think you have in your mouth?
32. I have 9 teeth.
I think I have 28 teeth.
15.
I think I have 26 teeth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
If you were a tooth fairy, what would you do with all the teeth you collected?
That's a tricky one.
If I was a tooth fairy, I would build a massive castle with all the teeth I collected, because I would have a lot of friends coming in and they could all stay there and have a sleepover forever.
I'll clean it and bring it back to them, if that's even possible.
I would, with the teeth, I would build houses for the other tooth fairies, because some tooth fairies don't have houses.
I would make dogs out of my teeth and then magic them to life so they can attack the universe.
Arrange floss, a toothbrush, and Listerine in the order you think they should be used.
First, I would do the floss so I can get all the food stuck between my teeth out.
This is number 1, to get all the yellow out of your teeth.
Then the second step I'll do is brush.
And I think it should be the floss.
And then the last one will be the Listerine, so I can just like add extra shield.
And finally, rinse it out with mouthwash.
How long do you think you're supposed to swish with Listerine?
5 minutes? For 2 minutes, I think. 40 seconds.
I think I must swish with Listerine for 1 minute because it says on the bottle that you must swish it for 1 minute.
Can you count while swishing without laughing?
No, no. Wait.
I mean, we only get one set of teeth, so you got to take care of them from as young as possible. I also learned a thing or two. I thought it was floss, and then you brush, and then you mouthwash, but apparently it's the other way around. So we all are learning things as we go along, and shout out to those kids for making sure that their oral hygiene is on point. One person that I do want to check in with, though, is Graham out in Joburg. How's it going there, Gray?
Admittedly, I'm feeling a little bit lonely. I came all this way to see Zanele, but she is so popular and famous right now that she's off doing amazing things now. She's on an amazing shoot, but so cool to connect with our Jersey crew. Absolutely love these beautiful human beings, and especially when we get to do amazing things. And I think that's what sets the tone for Expresso for 2025. When we released the news about the Richfield Bursary, an incredible education platform, the response online was massive. Well, today we meet the finalists and just maybe crown that winner. So you want to definitely stay tuned for that. Absolutely love that. Then, if you're a Liverpool fan, you must be loving football at the moment. You must be loving their journey in the Champions League, their journey in the Premier League. And it takes a lot to be a super fan. There is no more super fan than Mr. Neil Raiters, the chairperson of the Liverpool Football Fan Club. And he is going to take us inside the beautiful game and why he became a super fan and why everyone else should be following in his footsteps. We'll see you now.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is Friday, the last day of January, and we're going to make you worry no more. Now, let's bring in something special. We're talking about Richfield Education, which has been empowering students for over 30 years, helping them learn, lead, and succeed. Now, this year, they're offering a life-changing 180,000 Rand academic bursary, and that's valid at any of their campuses across South Africa, plus a laptop on top of all this moolah. So today we are joined by Avika Ramsundra. He's a representative from the Richfield Education, along with one of the finalists for this incredible opportunity. And her name is Ronelle Reed. Ronelle, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I'm very, very good. Listen, you did something absolutely incredible. One of the finalists, and there's only a few of you, so your chances are really high right now, and I'm counting in your favor. But you came through with an incredible comment, which I'd like to just read out right now again to you, Mzansi, just to show you what we were asking with regards to this competition. So we asked, the real question was on social media, the importance of education, right? And this is what you had to say. I'm just going to wait if you can bring this up. So you said, my grandma, who was 70 years old when she took my daughters and I and fostered us, armed with her pension, a foster grant at the time, and her side hustle of selling bompies. She paid school fees, bought uniforms, school shoes, and fed us until we were finished. And a school fun fact was that my nickname is Bella Bompies because of how she hustled selling those bompies to keep me in creche. That's me in my creche graduation gear and my gran in blue. Also, I'm 42 years old and have been working since the age of 18. This would be an amazing prize so I can do further studies in my old age because I still want to hustle and make my kids proud. Ronald, this is an amazing comment. I'm inspired by this because I think, and I love the sentiment of it's never too late. It's never too late to chase your dreams, to answer that voice inside, go and acquire the passion that you know you want. So I wanted to ask you, if you were one of the lucky winners right now to possibly win this incredible bursary, what would you actually want to study? What would you do?
I think the go-to would be business administration, something like that, because it's where everybody tends to gravitate to nowadays. But my passion is literature, and I would love to write a book one day about my grandmother.
Oh,
because
yeah?
she was a real inspiration. Like I said, she really hustled for us, and we had an awesome social worker. Shout out to her. I can't even remember her name anymore, but yeah, so either business admin, literature, or just, something with regards to maybe social media, because that's also where everybody's now leaning toward.
And for your kids, do you think this would have any impact on them? Would it mean much to them?
Yes. Like I said, I'm 42 years old. I've been working since the age of 18. And at the moment, everybody in South Africa is just getting by. And to be able to go and study and then maybe produce that diploma when you go and apply for something else, I can obviously provide better for them and then get them into the extracurriculars that they want, take them where they want to go, just simple things like that. So this is the year that I've decided that I want to start. Even if it's late in my life, I'm starting and I'm thriving.
Oh, Ronald, I love your energy, and I love the fact that you're ready to take charge, take control, create impact, and make a statement for your kids as well. And I really appreciate the fact that you did enter this competition. Unfortunately, not everybody can be a winner, but fortunately, that winner is you, Ronald! Yes! 180,000 Rand. I'm going to ask Avika to do the honors of handing this over to you. A full academic bursary from Richfield, 180,000 Rand plus a laptop worth 5,000 Rand.
You said he was one of the finalists.
So Avika's been so sneaky sitting next to Ronald here. She didn't know who he was, but you have any idea you're going to be a winner?
No.
How does it feel? We're on live TV.
I was waiting for Joburg. Joburg's people to come on as well.
Ronald, this 180,000 Rand is yours. Your dreams that you wanted to start can happen right now. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you feeling?
Awesome. I'm speechless.
Well done. Well done.
Any message you want to maybe just send out again to Gran and also to your kids maybe? I know that there's a lot going on, a lot of emotion. But express to me what this means, please.
Like I said earlier on, start, even if it's now, at the age of 42, with the stumbling blocks. Like, as a coloured, you have to pay coloured tax, same as black tax. When you go and work, you have to help your family out and whatever. But try and make the change where you go and get things for yourself, because life waits for nobody.
Oh, and we're not waiting. We are taking control. Avika, thank you so much,
you
man.
so
This
much.
is absolutely incredible. I'm sure that the emotions are going to still be processed
Well
throughout the
deserved.
day.
Yeah.
But that's how easy and how awesome it is. And you can also take advantage of the incredible opportunity that Rick will have on offer when it comes to the education offerings. You can really, truly level up and do the most, Mzansi. So, I'm feeling so ecstatic. Ronald, congratulations once again. I can't wait to see your incredible future that takes place. And here's one more reminder, right? I don't want you to forget the following, right? You also stand a chance to win a Richfield education bursary. It's still on, right? So imagine kicking off your academic year just like this with a full bursary worth 180,000 Rand plus a brand new laptop. So to enter, do the following, right? Simply follow Richfield and Expresso's social media pages and reply to the competition post on Expresso's social media pages and tell us the following. Who taught you the importance of education? Answer that question and you could be the lucky winner of another 180,000 Rand bursary. Don't forget to use the hashtag Rickfield in your answer and click the link in the post to complete your inquiry form. Now, this competition closes on the 16th of February, 2025, and your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. One more round of applause for our winner right now. Yes! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Huge congratulations to Ronald and also that inspiring story about your granny. Come on now. Absolutely love her leading the way. But now, though, it's just gone 2 minutes after 7, let's get into your news nationally and internationally. Now, we get started here with the Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee has cut the repo rate by 25 basis points to 7.5%, lowering the prime lending rate to 11%. This offers slight relief to indebted consumers by reducing loan repayments and increasing disposable income. However, the rate-cutting cycle is expected to be shallow, with inflation risks on the rise. The central bank forecasts inflation to stay in the lower target range in early 2025, but raise to 4.5% later. It warns of economic uncertainty and challenges from global conditions and domestic administered prices. Sticking to national news, NERSA has approved Eskom's electricity tariff adjustments for the next 3 years, granting a 12.7% increase for 2025-2026, far below the 36% Eskom sought. For 2026-2027, a 5.3% hike was approved instead of the requested 11%, while 2027-2028 will see a 6% rise, short of Eskom's 9% bid. The Ministry of Electricity and Energy welcomed the decision, but warned the lower tariffs could pressure Eskom's investment plans. And the ministry pledged to work closely with the utility to enhance efficiency and modernize infrastructure. Let's take a look at your international news making headlines, where no survivors are expected after a passenger plane collided mid-air with a helicopter near Washington, D.C. on Wednesday evening. Authorities have switched to a recovery operation as they search the freezing waters. Now, the plane, carrying 64 passengers and crew, crashed in the Potomac River after the collision. Among the passengers were a pair of 16-year-old skaters, their mothers, and 2 Russian coaches. The plane broke into multiple pieces and sank, while the helicopter ended up upside down in the water. No black boxes have been recovered as yet. Meanwhile, the rebel leader Corneille Nangaa, head of an alliance, including the M23 group, has vowed to continue their offensive toward the capital, Kinshasa, after capturing Goma. Despite international ceasefire calls, unconfirmed reports suggest Rwanda-backed rebels are advancing towards Bukavu. Tensions have meanwhile escalated between South Africa and Rwanda following the deaths of 13 South African peacekeepers in rebel attacks. South Africa warned further assaults would be considered a, quote, declaration of war, while Rwanda's President Paul Kagame accused South Africa of supporting offensive operations against the Congolese government. Now we close up with this story where Jody, a clever yellow Labrador, and her canine teammates are pioneering a groundbreaking method to sniff out bowel cancer in the UK. Trained by the Medical Detection Dogs charity, these incredible pooches, including Cocker Spaniels, Labradors, and Retrievers, detect tumours by analysing urine samples. The 2024 study has already shown promising results, with dogs signalling cancer presence in under 10 seconds. Using interactive sample stands designed by the Open University, every sniff is meticulously logged. Alongside this life-saving work, the dogs bond with trainers through cuddles, play and rewards. Having proven adept at detecting other diseases like Parkinson's and COVID-19, these talented pups may revolutionize early bowel cancer detection and save countless lives. It really is true that we don't deserve dogs. They're just too good to us, aren't they? So we leave your 7 o'clock news. It's now time to delve into another bit of your sports. Here's the latest.
Well, then I promise you, I'm talking about the lab. Absolutely love that story. Well, from good girls to boys, coming good for their coaches. Two teams that desperately need the cup glory took one massive step last night. Let's start with Manchester United as they secured a spot in the Europa League last 16. That was after a 2-0 win over FCSB in Romania, thanks in part to second-half goals from Diogo Dalot and Kobe Mainoo. And elsewhere, it was Tottenham's young stars that stood up. Dane Scarlett, Damola Ajayi and Mikey Moore sealing a 3-0 win over Elfsborg, ensuring that they secure that top 8 finish when it matters most. Now, let's bring it back home for some cricketing news. And Faf du Plessis back to his old tricks, and we love it. He pulled off a stunning 87 of just 55 balls yesterday to lead the Joburg Super Kings to a dominant performance and 7-wicket victory over the Paarl Royals in their SA20 encounter at the Wanderers. So JSK's bowlers restricted the Royals to 150 for 9, and that was before du Plessis' explosive knock then obviously sealed that win. So they do remain 4th, but they are level on 19 points with 3rd place Sunrisers Eastern Cape. So finding that gear shift at just the right time. Now, we stay on the cricketing lane for an incredible performance yesterday from Usman Khawaja, his first double century, and then Josh Inglis's debut ton. They propelled Australia to a massive 654 for 6, declared obviously on day 2 of their first test against Sri Lanka. So Khawaja's 266 run stand with Steve Smith, who also reached 10,000 test runs with his 141. Definitely, obviously a highlight, probably a career highlight. Australia's total in their highest in Sri Lanka, surpassing their previous Asian record of 617 that was set in Pakistan back in 1980. So quite a moment in time. Now let's turn to a little bit more cricket now. And of course, this famous face, maybe not that often seen here in South Africa. Akash Ambani, owner of My Cape Town, was spotted at the SA20 clash between My Cape Town and the Sunrisers Eastern Cape, supporting his team because he loves the game and he loves his players. So as head officially of the Mumbai Indians global cricket operations, his presence at the game certainly underscores the franchise's commitment to the sport and I think their fan base here in Cape Town. And with the local franchise playing a key role in expanding their cricket network, also providing a great other platform for some of their stars to shine here in SA. SA20, you are getting it right. And that's where we sound off our 7 o'clock news bulletin. We'll touch on those headlines again at 8. Let's see with Ryle now if the roads are waking up.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Man, I miss you, bro. But you're looking good in Joburg. And for anybody on the roads, let's see how it's looking. Because in Pretoria, Gauteng, first off, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound. And that's after Grasfontein Road, affecting the left lane. Now, please drive carefully when passing through, as you can see from the visuals. We move it to Cape Town now, and there's a stationary truck on the N2 inbound, and that's before Macassar. Now, the left lane is closed and no delays are expected. And wherever the road leads you this morning, stay vigilant and stay safe. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. All right, now the South African Weather Service has issued 2 warnings for today. A yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms is in effect, and that's with damaging winds, hail, localized flooding and potential damage to infrastructure and property across much of KwaZulu-Natal, the Mpumalanga escarpment and the northeastern Eastern Cape. Now, additionally, a heat wave is expected and conditions are expected in the Limpopo Lowveld and Limpopo Valley until Sunday, with persistently high temperatures continuing over Gauteng and the western bushveld of Limpopo until tomorrow. Now, again, residents are urged to please take precautions. Now, we had the bar set quite high for the sunrise view this morning, and hopefully we can keep it coming. Rabia is up next, and all the way from Hanover Park in 23 degrees Celsius conditions. And wow, Rabia, this is a beautiful shot. I love how everything is just silhouetted in this picture here. We've got the electricity pylon, we've got some buildings, we've got some trees, everything that involves the day. But wow, the vibrance of the sun is what's absolutely winning in this picture. Rabia, oh, this is a beautiful one. I can't thank you enough for sending this one through and putting a massive smile on everyone's dial out here in the studio, and I think across the country as well. So a reminder, we'll do it one more time. The number is 063-408-8863 in the next hour. So bring on those sunrise views and let's see what you're working with. For now, though, you can see what temperatures you're working with on your side of town.
All right, in just a moment after a quick break, we're going to connect you with probably one of the biggest EPL fans on the planet. That's why he is the very chairperson of the Liverpool Footballing Club and fan club and fan base here in Cape Town, which is massive. Neil Reuters is here to take us inside the beautiful game. And then if you follow Meals with Masego, you know that she is all about making the culinary arts a bit more accessible. And when it comes to meal time for our little ones, we do need to take a bit of care and make sure we're getting a lot of delicious nutrients in. We have got a cracker recipe. We are talking corn and ham fritters, and it's easy to do, and you're going to have it probably every day this week. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Mzansi, welcome back to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up an S3 and bringing you all the feels for the weekend. And especially when you talk about Absa, who are proud to be the official banking partner of the English Premier League, because nothing brings people together quite like the passion, the excitement, and absolute unforgettable moments of football. Now, the English Premier League keeps delivering the magic, and I think Liverpool fans are feeling on top of the world right now. And of course, in studio, we have a Liverpool super fan, the chairperson of the official Liverpool Supporters Club. Put your hands together for Neil Reuters! Pew, 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 pew. I'm putting extra gears in because you're my brother, bro. Liverpool are doing
man.
so well at the moment, man.
Oh, we're having such a good season.
I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking good, man. It's looking promising, hey?
Listen, but in all honesty,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too excited about this. We've been here before.
We have.
We've been in this fantastic position. And then comes a certain time of the season, and there's a chance that they could bottle this. So we're keeping fingers crossed. I'm holding thumbs.
Touching
Toes
wood.
are crossed. We're
Yeah.
touching wood that Liverpool will continue on this fantastic run of form that they've been on and take it to the end of the season.
It's such a beautiful version of soccer, and I'm loving the game more than ever right now because of them. But let's bring it back to the beginning, Neil.
Yeah.
How did you become a supporter of Liverpool, bro? When did it all start?
Well, you take me back,
Yeah?
and way back to the 1980s.
Wow.
And around 1987, when a young John Barnes... in
yes.
September, old Digger jogged out for Liverpool for the very first time, and I was able to see that moment, even though it was on TV, with my dad. And Digger really just became one of those heroes for me, someone I aspired to be like. And that's really where my journey with Liverpool Football Club started, way back in 1987. And I must say, I've never left that passion.
Bro, kudos,
And
eh? Because it's been a rough ride since then, eh?
It's been rough. It's
Yeah.
been a rough number of years. But hey, yeah, I'm proud, Red, and it's been worth supporting this club over the years because, number one, it's created resilience. Come on, let's be honest. If
That is the
anything.
perfect explanation, man. I think all the resilience I have is because of this team. The amount of emotional roller coasters they've put us on. Bro, we are resilient to say the least. Let's talk about how would you describe a Liverpool fan? Apart from being resilient, what would you, I mean, being obviously the chairman of the Liverpool Supporters Club, which is an honor in itself, how would you describe that perfect Liverpool supporter? Because they're not one to go out and be arrogant. They're not like one of those devils that rubs it in your face the very next day and is wearing all their gear. How would you epitomize that true Liverpool supporter, man?
Well, to me, it's really deeply wrapped up in the culture of the club and the ethos of the club that someone really carries. And these are passionate individuals. They are lads and lasses, and from all walks of life. But you'll always find them being extremely passionate. They are very vocal. They'll always be singing, whether it is You'll Never Walk Alone, whether it is We Want It 6 Times, individuals. And I think that best encapsulates what a Liverpool supporter is. And it's someone who's extremely loyal to the badge, to the crest, and to the club.
And I think if you're a supporter from the 80s and have not stopped, then you have earned your stripes. You've gone through the ringer to get here. And I think if we can touch wood, make sure that this is a good season, I think it'll be worth all the sacrifice, all the emotion that we went through. Let's talk about the games happening this weekend. Obviously, this week we had the Champions League. I think that was like our first defeat in the Champions League against that 3-2 loss, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. It was the first loss for Liverpool Football Club, but I think it's a loss that we all greatly accept. It's something
100%.
that we'd be open to because this was a younger, almost second-tiered team that was played, and we got to see a couple of them run, a couple of Arne Slot's strategies and tactics being applied. Phenomenal to see that
good to
happening.
see, yeah.
And losing under those conditions, hey, I'm all for it. We still sit clear on top of that Premier League,
and we've
or
made-
at least Champions League log.
We've made such a massive statement there, being the team that pretty much almost like just steamrolled their way through every single challenge they faced throughout it now. But the big challenge for me this weekend, we're going up against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
We need to secure that spot. We need to get another 3 points. How do you think it's looking for us?
Well, it's going to be a very tough one. I'm looking forward to 5 o'clock on Saturday to really see Liverpool take it to Bournemouth. But I do think a comfortable 2-1 win should secure this match for Liverpool.
Secured. And listen, man, from the heart pain feel when Klopp left to the immediate resurrection of passion with Slot, how are you feeling about this new manager that we got, bro?
I'm feeling quite excited. Talks were that Ruben Amorim was going to come in immediately after Jurgen Klopp had left. And I must admit, I was a little bit cautious, excited, but cautious. And then came Arne Slot, and I was like, why? Why? But now, in hindsight,
makes so much sense.
I'm like, thank you.
Brilliance.
Thank
What a
you.
move, yeah.
Yeah,
Listen.
no, what a brilliant guy.
Neil, you've been incredible. Thank you for doing all the passionate work you're doing behind the club and the supporters club as well. And thanks for coming down today just to share a little bit of your story. It's always good to know and good to know what's making the magic of the English Premier League what it is in South Africa especially. So again, thank you, my brother, my Liverpool supporter, my fellow Scouser.
There we go.
Yeah, we're going to do this. And here's a reminder to all, I think the Liverpool fans out there, wow, it's a heck of a weekend ahead of us. It's going to be a good one if we can secure the 3 points. But that's the beauty of football, I think. It's not just about the matches, but it's that unwavering spirit, the fierce loyalty and the connections that bring us together on and off the pitch. That's what it's about. I love it.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Ryle, for once, I'm glad that I wasn't in the Cape Town studio. Just go get a room, dude. Just get it over with, man. No, to all the Liverpool fans, you've earned the right to enjoy your season, so do that. Right now, I'm focused on the real world, okay? Real life, like making food for my kids, because we're at that stage of January now where things really do get real. But by now, I think we've found our rhythm. Hopefully, we've got all our food planning, our meal prep down. And if not, well, we've got some inspiration right now. Masego Mbonyana, or Meals with Masego, is the platform where she plays and has a lot of fun and does a lot of good work, is here to help us with a fantastic meal prep idea that could lead to a whole lot more. Masego, I love your style, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I love your style, but I love your style when it comes to cooking, because I'm a parent. And we were joking a moment ago off camera that it's a thankless job. You can put hours of work in and they won't love it. It's got to look right and it's got to have the nutrients. So that being said, how would you describe your style of cooking, certainly on your platform, Meals with Masego?
Well, I would say my style is very fresh. It's vibrant, very nourishing, but wholesome at the same time.
I love that, because you want to feel like guilt-free when you're making your lunchbox for your child, which doesn't happen very often. Okay, so take us through what we're going to be creating today, because we're ticking quite a few of those boxes.
Yes, so today we're making a budget-friendly,
nice,
but meal prep-friendly lunchbox item. So we'll be making some sweet corn and ham fritters, which you can also make in a big batch. Just pop it in the freezer and thaw it, put it in the air fryer or just warm it up in the pan and pack it in the lunchbox, and then you're good.
I love it. We're going to have to get to the point where they have air fryers at schools so that our kids can take like 70% made meals and just do it. It would be a great, I'm just saying, great exercise for teaching kids food culture.
Extreme.
Exactly, you know. But I joke about it, and you can get cracking here, because I know it's quick and easy, but our time is always ticking away. But
yes, exactly.
I love the fact now that we do think differently, and we allow our kids to have a voice. So I would involve the kids in the process. If they've put an ingredient in that they say they love, they will eat it afterwards.
Exactly.
I love that. So where do we begin?
So in here we've got some flour and baking powder.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just grab our milk and our eggs, and then you just got to pop it in there. This is actually very quick, so the kids can independently do this by themselves.
You
just need to supervise. So
did you hear that, kids? Supervisors are required, okay?
Otherwise, your kitchen is going to be a complete mess.
And which is okay. We know mess is learning, okay? I get that. But not when we have to learn about the cleaning up afterwards. So as long as the kids are learning about tidiness while they are learning about the culinary arts, we are happy for that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we've been, for some reason, talking a lot about COVID lately. I think a lot of people doing some mental processing of all that craziness now that we're coming through.
People are still going through the most.
Completely. But it did give me a lot of time to cook with my kids. And that's become like a mode of communication, a way that I connect with them, because it's important, yes, that they get the food culture as well, that they learn how to cook for themselves, learn to make healthy choices, develop their palate. But it's just, it offers a kind of connection that's just magical.
Exactly. You can never go wrong with bonding in the kitchen.
I love it, mess included.
I'm just going to give that a mix, and then once that is mixed, it's going to look like a thick flapjack batter.
Paste. Okay,
basically.
Just a little bit thicker than your normal pancake.
Yes, and then we're done with the whisk, and then once you're done with that, then we can add in our yummy ingredients over here. So we've got some cheese.
Lovely.
That I'm just going to throw in there, a little bit of spring onion.
And this is where you can start ticking those nutritional boxes.
Exactly. So if your kids don't fancy spring onion or chives, you can add in whatever, maybe parsley. If you're making this for yourself, you can add in some chilies.
Yeah, some ground herbs, yeah.
Coriander. Coriander would be great with this.
I've been desensitizing myself to coriander because I'm one of those people, the 1 out of 5 that just doesn't like it. Okay, and I get chastised.
Really?
Yeah,
It's such a cool herb, though.
everyone tells me this, and I've tried and I've tried. So I'm like desensitizing myself with like chili pastes and things that have coriander in.
Yeah.
I love it. I was going to say, and this is a joke, that if you want to play a fun game, because I'm gradually introducing spice and kind of hotter things to my kids, and they embrace it. But like you make one of the fritters with chili and you don't tell them which one, and then you just let them go to school with that and see what happens.
what the feedback they come back with.
I joke about it, but this is a great way of getting like proteins in.
Yes,
could you put other
definitely.
things in?
Yes,
Now, what would you recommend?
sometimes I put in some, you always have that rotisserie chicken that's left over.
100.
So I add in some of that rotisserie chicken, or you could add in some bacon. If you're vegetarian, you can maybe bulk it up with some cottage cheese if you don't want to add in any meat.
I love that. That almost then becomes like a buttermilk kind of a vibe in it. I love
exactly.
This is a great jumping off point.
I just wanted to switch that on.
And that's why I love these kind of meal prep ideas, because you can look at your kitchen, you can look in your fridge and say, okay, I've got this little bit of leftover protein there that doesn't constitute a full meal.
Yeah,
but I can make 6 fritters out of that.
And you don't know how to use it, right? So you can. This is actually a wonderful thing to actually use.
Oh, I see what you mean. It really is a nice thick batter.
Yeah. I like it really thick. If you don't want it to be this thick, you're more than welcome to add a little bit more milk to make it a little bit runny. But I prefer it this way.
I like it. I think it's a bit more manageable, I would imagine, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to wait for the pan to heat up.
There we go.
There we go. So you can either use butter or cooking spray or
whatever your chosen mode.
Whatever coconut milk, oil.
I must say, I've been tending towards...
conscious.
Yeah, well, I mean, and this thing, I've learned that, no one diet is going to work for everybody. So everyone needs to kind of make choices that work for them.
Yes.
Which I love. And that stands for your family as well. When it comes to how you curate your lunch boxes, it will make a difference in the long term.
Yes,
you need kids to stick with their good eating habits.
Exactly.
So what advice do you have for parents who are wanting to keep that healthy rhythm now that we're moving out of January and out of our, that rhythm now needs to set?
I would say rule number 1 for me is don't overwhelm them with stuff that they don't know and put them in their lunchbox when they're not eating it at home already.
Yes.
Because you'll open your lunchbox and then, whoa, a big surprise. What is this? Sweet corn? I don't eat sweet corn, So rather maybe even add in vegetables that they're familiar with. If they like peas, if they like carrots, if they like baby marrows, you're more than welcome to add.
Make it familiar to them, so they'll, baby steps. Excuse the pun, but just take baby steps. I love that.
Yes. So I'm just going to pop 1 fritter in here. So you can either smooth it out with a spoon, or if you're looking to make more uniform shapes, if you're a little bit OCD like me, you're more than welcome to use a cookie cutter, or you can pop it in a waffle maker. Then you have zero mess, and then everything is nice and uniform, and then you're good to
incidentally, and I don't know if this might be a scientific question, but the batter itself, could you keep that in the fridge overnight?
Yeah, absolutely. You can keep this in the fridge. But if you're someone who's pressed for time, I would make these ahead.
Smash it on a Sunday and you are sorted for the week. I love that.
Put in the fridge or put in the freezer.
Our brilliant culinary team has put together a nice little spread here, and I love the boxes that are being ticked again, to use that turn of phrase. First of all, do you mind if I have a taste of the fritter? Would you like a taste? Because I know it comes straight from your dig in, girl. I'm going to come from this side.
If your children are homeschooling, you're more than welcome to add like sour cream. Or if you don't have sour cream, you could do like a yogurt with some lime juice or lemon juice, maybe put in some herbs in there.
I absolutely love it. Grown up or for the kids, they are delicious, super healthy. I love the other little additions here. The little skewers, a pretzel, which is really low fat, kind of low calorie intake, and of course the crudités. My kids absolutely love that. If you've got a cooler bag, some hummus to go with that, and you are winning as a parent. Masego, you're an absolute genius. Those look amazing. Hopefully this has inspired. No, definitely. I think ticking all of the parents' boxes, and hopefully this has inspired you to look at life a little bit differently when it comes to those lunchbox ideas. We'll see you for more culinary brilliance and a performance from El Andre in just a moment. Stick around. That is really
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so good to be spending Friday morning with you. And we've had a jam-packed show.
Hello.
Josie is just showing up. We in Cape Town too are doing the things. And we got to get into something good because as a vibrant nation of, blended cultures moving between different worlds comes naturally to us, I'd say, Sarah.
It does indeed. And I think that's why the 2025 Plascon Color Forecast embraces the theme of hybridity, which is a celebration of color that recharges any space. And our influences aren't limited to just one style or palette. We have the freedom to mix, match, and create something uniquely our own.
I absolutely love that. Now, this week we're recapping episodes 1 and 2, where we explored the power of neutrals and color trends, bringing tranquility and balance into home design. Let's get inspired and take
I'm
a
wearing
look.
it, I think, eh? What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Neutrals, baby.
The world is what we make of it. Past and present, digital and physical, global and local. We are constantly switching between the different worlds in our lives. So join me to find out more about the Plascon 2025 Color Forecast and its theme, hybridity. Joining me now is Chris Reed, and he is a trend analyst. Chris, lovely to meet you. How are you able to group the different colors into themes?
Yeah, so every year we put the colors into some kind of theme or story. And this year we decided rather than going by what it looks like, we went by color family. So we went with brights and darks and naturals and neutrals, just to make it really easy and user-friendly for a change.
Hybridity, what does that mean within the concept of Plascon and everything you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, so hybridity is really what we're seeing in the zeitgeist, which is kind of the spirit of the world at the moment. And all it really means is duality. It's about people embracing kind of two sides of different aspects of their lives. So this forecast is about really identifying and then embracing both of those opposites.
So when it comes to the average South African who wants to get in on trends and amplify and enhance their space, where does one start?
You go to the forecast and you choose your base color. What's the color that I love most? And remember that the forecast is just a starting point. You can take it anywhere from there. So try and take that base color, mix in one or two other things you love from the forecast. They could just be a highlight, they could just be an accent color, but it's just the starting point. It's just to inspire you, motivate you to experiment with color and to live a great life in your home that you love so much.
Now look, Chris, we all love a good trend, but why is it so important for us to pay attention to the kind of forecast that you've been able to predict and the research you've put in?
Yeah, so trends often get a bad rap because people think that they're very superficial, but by not following these trends, by looking at them and seeing what resonates with you, we want people to create spaces that they love and maybe imagine and see things that they hadn't thought of before. With color, it's really so easy to get into a rut. I mean, I'm a person who's painted most of my apartments white in my life. A bit of color inspiration goes a long way, really, to maybe showing you something different and helping you maybe discover something new about yourself.
So I definitely think have fun. Hybridity is all about having no shame and owning your truth and your character and personality and knowing what you like and being bold and brave with your decisions. Just have fun and be playful.
I game Zanzi, just like that. It seems as if there are no rules when it comes to interior design, just as long as you go with your gut. I am so excited to continue to break down Plascon's 2025 color forecast and all that it has in store.
Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products and stand to win a state-of-the-art Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid worth 500,000 Rand. Simply WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply. Plascon, together we've got this.
The sanctuary is complete. With that advice, I think we get educated on everything we need in order to really create that sanctuary. And it's so important for this time of the year. We are entering the year officially. January is done. We are into it, so you need to be into it as well.
I love that. And moving from quite a physical thing, which is painting, into the world of AI, we can't deny it. It is the next evolution, and it is here to stay. And also redefining mobile experiences. So our friend Carl Clark recently joined joined the Samsung team for their launch of the incredible new Galaxy S25 to show you how seamlessly AI can uplift the way you interact with the world every day. You use AI, right?
I absolutely love it. I'll talk about it in a bit. But Carl, what did you get up to, bro?
Did someone say 2020 thrive? Oh, my feel-good family, I missed you. This year, we're doing it bigger, larger, and better. Welcome to the launch of Samsung Galaxy S25. It's a whole new chapter of AI. And guess what? You're coming with me.
Today, we are setting the standard for mobile AI innovation right here, right now.
The Galaxy S25 series understands what you need and what you will need next.
We love this beautiful face on the Feel Good Show. Khomoto Mosiana, the head of marketing for Samsung South Africa. Thank you so much for having us. What an experience, man.
Absolute pleasure to have you. We love having Expresso around, having launched the first AI companion.
Absolutely, and we're going to dive right into it. The S25 blew my mind away. What do you believe makes it a true human experience?
It mimics the human behavior, starts to understand your needs, and then anticipates what you're going to do next. So basically, Galaxy AI is more of a companion more than it is a tool. It gives you a brief in the morning and tells you how your day is looking, what the weather's looking like, and if you happen to change your mind during the day and you want to go for dinner with your friends, it tells you you're about an hour away, you better leave an hour earlier in order to make it there. Then when you get there, it sends your friend a text saying, your girl is here. So it really does. It's just personalized human AI companion.
Since the launch of the S24, we've really seen a market for AI. What do you believe you guys are pioneering as a brand here?
So in the past, we would have spoken about camera quality, we would have spoken about processor. Those are all important, but they're not now necessarily the defining factor. The defining factor is now about the quality of AI. What we're doing here is we're saying, all right, we want to democratize AI. We want to make AI on your mobile device available to everyone there. We can work seamlessly across applications. So a great example, I mean, in an ad, our actress talks to her Galaxy S25 and says, find me a restaurant that is vegan friendly. I can take my pets to outdoor seating on the pavement and send the address to Susan. Now, I mean, that's a lot to ask your phone. Galaxy S25 powered with Galaxy AI does it. Only about 16% of customers say that they feel proficient in AI. Like they know what to do, how it's going to work for them in that. So therein is what we have to solve. We've got to make sure it's so simple, so easy that you're almost not thinking about the AI. And that's what the magic sauce is in the S25. We've been able to take natural language, the language that you and I are conversing in, and I can now talk to my phone to do that.
The aspects of the S25 that I think I'm most impressed by is just the fact that it's got the Gemini feature. It's so advanced. I mean, the fact that you can take a picture of a meal in the fridge and it gives you all of the ingredients up until the protein value. Come on.
So S-Series, as you know, has always been known for its iconic camera, and again, we've taken it just a step further. From a pure megapixel perspective, we've got a 50 megapixel wide lens, and this means that macro photography from any angle can be taken. The Pro Visual Engine has been upgraded as well, and this simply means that with virtual aperture integrated, it's able to detect motion from static pictures or objects rather, and in low lit conditions, you're able to then get the best picture coming through. And just talking about the human-like companion, how it works with your camera. If I, for some reason, wanted to search for pictures in last summer when I was in KwaZulu-Natal, I can literally tell my phone, find my pictures of with me, with my dog on the beach last year, December.
Obviously, AI is big right now, and it continues to be something that grows and grows every single year. And I think the way that Samsung is doing it is smart. It's not really in your face, it helps you every day, and it just makes life so much easier.
So who I believe the S25 is really designed for? Everybody. You want to know why? It has absolutely everything at your fingertips. And if I think about it specifically, we're looking at entrepreneurs, we're looking at lifestyle creators, people in the corporate world, people that are really on the move and on the go. The S25 is specifically for you. The one question that I know for a fact the rest of the country has, price point. We need to know, how do we get this S25 in our hands?
Effectively, pre-orders commence immediately. After unpack, the Ultra is available from 29,999. The Plus is going to be available from 23,499, and then the base from 19,999. We've got a pre-order offer as well. So if you're buying on cash, you can purchase the Galaxy Watch 7 for 1,999. That's a saving of 3,000 Rand. And of course, if you're buying on contract, you can just add it on for 49 Rand per month. So this really is encouraging the ecosystem, both from an AI perspective and health perspective, and bringing this all together in our offer as well.
The launch of the Galaxy S25 series was nothing short of captivating. From groundbreaking technology to limitless possibilities, this mobile device truly has it all. And guess what? It's all at your fingertips.
Sure, Carl, you're looking like you're made for that
Honestly.
phone. Come on.
I love it when great-looking people meet great-looking phones and technology. It just makes sense. But speaking about AI, I mean, do you use it in your everyday life?
Yeah, I've been using it a lot more lately, especially just to discern between information even, or get advice on certain things. So like, what's the best place to do this, or what's the best option with regards to, and I get some really great answers because it's collating everything on the web. So it makes it so much more efficient for me, which I absolutely love. Do you use it at all?
I do. I was a bit resistant at first, but now I use it for like playlisting. I'd be like, give me the best R&B songs from this era to this era. And the fact, like you said, that it aggregates everything is just so beautiful. So there's some positives, and I can see how they're integrating it into our mobile devices, having it ready in our hands.
And I think it's just going to get better and better and better. Soon we're just going to have to be waking up and standing, and AI will do the rest.
I love that.
Welcome to the Matrix. But for now, though, we're going to keep you plugged in right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And welcome to the magic before the weekend begins, because we've got a lot to discuss, right? We've got an incredible performance. Landre is standing by, and I cannot wait for that. And then you, Missy, looked incredible at a certain event. Do you want to talk about that?
It was the Met. We're almost coming to a week of looking glam and glitzy, and we want to show you all the highlights from the day. It was so good, and you can see the tan. I want to show you how I got that.
Caribbean vibes. Luck. See you soon.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and I'm so excited that you're here right now on this Friday because from thrilling races to show-stopping fashion, the 2025 World Sports Betting Cape Town Met had it all, and we were there to capture it all. I was there to capture it on the ground, so let's relive this magic together, shall we? There is nothing quite like a day at the races, from the thrill of the track to the elegance of high fashion, all the way into world-class horse racing. Today, we're at the 2025 World Sports Betting Cape Town Met at Kenilworth Racecourse for all of the glitz and the glam, and of course, the heart-pounding action that makes this event truly unforgettable. Warren, thank you so much for having us here today at this glorious occasion of celebrating horse racing, but also fashion. Well, I'm new to the horse racing world, so I'm hoping to rely on you here just a little bit. When it comes to the jockeys and the horses, do you have any favorites?
I do. I've got a few. Richard Fourie, Pierre Stratum. Pierre Stratum just rode our filly now, Mia Mew, in race 6. We ran 4th, so we were very excited with that result. In the big race, I believe that each and every jockey has an equal chance. The fact that it's a handicapped race and the fact that each horse is drawn accordingly, I think that it's just a race that you need to just go and follow your heart and find a name that appeals to you. Just have a bet and have some fun.
We're here today because our friends have got horses running today, so we have to come out and support the winners.
Number 7, wow, amazing,
Number 7,
amazing.
Rainbow Lorikeet.
Lucky number 7.
There you go.
I love the crowd just getting involved, getting excited and enthusiastic about the different horses going. My favorite name so far has been Golden Destiny because I think that's what I'm going to step into. Gents, it's such an honor to be able to chat to you today. Thank you, Kevin and Luke, for making some time. I know that you're both ambassadors for World Sports Betting. Can you talk to me about this relationship and what brings you here today?
They've been with me since day one. It's an honor to represent such a powerful brand like World Sports Betting.
It's more than a partnership. It's a personal touch, it's a family touch. It's a brand I'm proudly associated with, and it's great to be at a wonderful event like this.
Are you betting on anyone particular today?
My cousin's a jockey. He's obviously he's riding in the main race, so obviously the blood is thick and we always follow the family. But he does really have a good chance. He's riding a horse called Red Palace. But I'm a betting man. I enjoy horse racing. It's a world sports betting event, so we need to give back to the cause that gives so much to us.
Okay, the dance party has officially started. Are you interested in horse racing, horse betting? Where do you stand on that?
I love animals. Let's start there. So when they race, I'm more the person that's like, oh, shame they did so well. Like, look at him, give him a little bit of water, pat him. I love the sport behind it. It's a lot of discipline, a lot of practice, and I think to get to this point is a huge achievement.
The day might be all about the races, but let's not forget that at the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, it's also about the fashion. From head-turning looks to bold statements, fashion truly takes center stage, embodying the spirit of this event. Well, Charlotte, you stepped up to the occasion, looking absolutely beautiful today. Let's take it back to basics for the theme of this year. It's Couture Unleashed. What does that mean?
It is such a highbrow theme, which I love. I love that it really elevates the event. It can be interpreted in so many ways. I think the main thing is to go big. If you think it's too much, add more.
Now, Charlotte, an event like this brings together a variety of audiences, from the horse racing lovers to the fashionistas. Why do you think it resonates so deeply with both?
We've got the most beautiful decor and experiences. I think the World Sports Betting Marquee in particular is the place to be. We've got the best quality in horse racing. We've had some awesome fashion shows throughout the day. So yeah, something for everyone.
So my outfit today is inspired by Paris Fashion Week. It's Paris Fashion Week right now, and Dior just had this show like a day or two ago. And I saw that they had like, these cool vests and cool flary pants. I'm feeling like Dior right now.
Nomuzi looking absolutely gorgeous today. Tell me how you interpreted the theme and what you're wearing today.
So I went with crochet, because hear me out.
Crochet is the original street couture. You know, couture is all about like things that are really delicately made, intricately made. And this is by a local designer that I wear a lot of. We haven't really done anything like on a red carpet per se, so I'm really excited about this moment right now. Big shout out to Unlock by Duty.
It came as no surprise, but I really, really loved Nomuzi's outfit. She always just comes through with something really unique, and her personal touch on it really elevated the crochet number with the gold, and what really stood out for me was a headpiece.
So at least I think I expected a lot of people to kind of go, I think people immediately think over the top, gotta go shiny, sparkly, and overly embellished. And I think for me, when it comes down to the essence of good detail, good fabric, kind of like great practicalities, and I think for me I wanted to have something that exactly had all those things.
When they said Couture Unleashed, I think you understood this. I'm Roxy.
We tried. I mean, I got a little bit of snake skin in the bottom, you know, unleashed. It's feeling primitive and a bit animalistic, you know. I've hired this dress, so this will go back and it'll get upcycled, and we don't pollute the earth with fashion, which is really great. So I love it, yeah.
I'm having a fabulous time. I actually created my whole look. So sewed my own dress, and I'm also into fashion and sustainability, and I'm having a fabulous time.
Is there anything that you're going to bet on today, or are you just here to have fun?
I always bet on the outsider. Okay, like I always go for the underdog.
I'm gonna just go with my intuition today, but I am definitely betting today. Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend. He needs no introduction. Casper Nyavez, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk a little bit about your affiliation to WSB. What brings you here today?
I'm an ambassador. We just actually signed a deal in December. So this is my second month being with them, and how cool that I get to come to the Met on my second month. It's been very dope. The fashion, the people, and the horses.
There were so many beautiful outfits on display today, but my outfit by Megan from Outfits, I thought would take Best Dressed title. At least we got the nomination, so that was definitely a nod, but congratulations to the winners.
So Mandy is the designer, and the look has been inspired by Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. Just channeling a bit of everything, stars, stripes, dots, futuristic, hence all of this. And the fact that we live in South Africa, this is inspired by your South African hat.
I always knew Pearl has got such a fantastic personality. She carries things off very well. It's not just about what you wear, it's also about how you carry it off. And Pearl's got that about her. I'm very pleased that our collaborated effort won Best Dressed today.
At the heart of it all lies the thrill of the races, and today did not disappoint. The excitement reached its peak with a spectacular victory by 8 on 18, skillfully guided by the talented jockey Richard Fourie. Today has been an absolute feast for the eyes, from people's unique take on the theme of Couture Unleashed, just letting go of their inhibitions, to the groundbreaking world-class horse racing. If you have not been to the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met as yet, take this as your reminder to put it in that calendar for next year, and I'll see you then.
It
was so good.
Can I just say, from the bottom of my heart, you were my best dressed. You looked amazing, Chris.
Thank you, Ryle.
Honestly, I absolutely love that look. You couture on another level. How was it though, honestly?
I'm not going to say I'm a bit bitter that I didn't get Best Dressed, but lots of people confirmed that they love the outfit that Meg from Outfits made, so I was really happy. And the vibe was up. I think that we're in an era now where the Met is back, you know, and people are really excited to go. Joburg was there as well. The whole country was just celebrating horse racing and then, of course, fashion, which I was there for.
You were there. Shout out to Meg with that incredible look. And shout out to every designer out there that really just brought it. Man, that was an incredible occasion. And the incredibleness is going to carry on right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We got comedy lined up first, and you definitely want to be paying attention to Mark because he's doing the things. Mark Banks is in the building, bringing some cheers and some laughs ahead of the weekend.
Oh, I love that. And we continue the celebration because we've got to give it up for our handy heroes that we see, the frontline workers week to week. We've got to just say, we salute you. So we'll see that after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Friday, and we are having the most fun right here, live and coming through with so much goodness. And that's going to carry on right now. Before, though, we've got to hit it, official duties. Carissa's standing by with the latest, and then we've got another hour of magic to go. Let's hit it.
Thank you, Raul. Just a moment before we hit the top of the hour, so let's get into your national news first, where Western Cape Premier Alan Winde has handed over the final report from an independent structural engineering firm on last year's George building collapse to Provincial Police Commissioner Tembisile Patekile. Now, the tragedy on May 6th claimed 34 lives, left many seriously injured, and saw 28 people survive. Winde indicated that criminal proceedings may follow, preventing the report's public release for now. Authorities continue investigating the cause of the collapse, ensuring accountability and justice for the victims and their families. In other national news, the Reserve Bank's Monetary Police Committee has cut the repo rate by 25 basis points to 7.5%, lowering the prime lending rate to 11%. This offers slight relief to indebted consumers by reducing loan repayments and increasing disposable income. However, the rate-cutting cycle is expected to be shallow, with inflation risks on the rise. The central bank forecasts inflation to stay in the lower target range in early 2025, but rise to 4.5% later. It warns of economic uncertainty and challenges from global conditions and domestic administered prices. In your international news making headlines, Uganda's Ministry of Health has confirmed a new Ebola outbreak in Kampala, with one reported death. The victim, a 32-year-old male nurse, exhibited symptoms such as high fever, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and bleeding from multiple sites. He died from multi-organ failure on Wednesday at Mulago National Hospital. This marks Uganda's 8th Ebola outbreak since the first case in 2000. The Sudan Ebola virus disease, a highly infectious hemorrhagic fever, is transmitted through contact with infected bodily fluids as well as tissues. Meanwhile, no survivors are expected after a passenger plane collided mid-air with a helicopter near Washington, D.C. on Wednesday evening. Authorities have switched to a recovery operation as they search the freezing waters. Now, the plane carrying 64 passengers and crew crashed into the Potomac River after the collision. Among the passengers were a pair of 16-year-old skaters, their mothers, and 2 Russian coaches. The plane broke into multiple pieces and sank, while the helicopter ended up upside down in the water. No black boxes have been recovered yet. And to close off your news for this Friday morning, we head into Valentine's Day. It is just around the corner, and guess who's making a comeback? None other than our beloved bumbling heroine of over 20 years, that is Bridget Jones. Now, Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy is billed as the 4th and final film, but Renee Zellweger, ever hopeful, has her fingers crossed for many more. At the star-studded London premiere, she called Bridget an old friend and admitted she's in denial about saying goodbye. And the new film follows Bridget as a widow, single mother, and modern dater, inspired by author Helen Fielding's own experiences with loss. With Hugh Grant's Daniel Cleaver resurrected, fresh faces like Leo Woodall and Chiwetel Ejiofor in the mix, fans are in for a heartwarming treat. And when I say fans, I'm talking about me in particular. Absolutely love Renee Zellweger and Bridget Jones. I'll see you at their premiere in South Africa next week. That's where we leave your news for today. Let's head into that final bit of sports. Here's the latest.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's start with football, underpinned by how badly their domestic seasons are going for both teams and managers. Massive bonus last night as we focus on the Europa League and Man United securing a spot in the Europa League last 16. That was after their 2-0 win over FC SB in Romania, thanks to second-half goals from Diogo Dalot and Kobe Mainu. And elsewhere, it was Tottenham's young stars who put their hand up. Dane Scarlett, Damola Ajayi, and Mikey Moore sealing that 3-0 win over Elfsberg, ensuring their top 8 finish is secure. Then bringing it back home for cricket, Faf in the spotlight again. Faf du Plessis produced a stunning 87 of just 55 balls to lead the Joburg Super Kings to a dominant 7-wicket victory over the informed Paul Royals, who've lost a little bit of their luster in their SA20 clash at the Wanderers yesterday. So the JSK bowlers did a good job restricting the Royals to 150 for 9. Then du Plessis stepped in with an explosive knock to seal the win. So what does it mean? They are now 4th but 11 level with on 19 points with third-place Sunrisers Eastern Cape, but we know they do love a second half of the season kick, so certainly watch that space. Now we turn to golf as we all get a little bit excited about the Ryder Cup, and US Ryder Cup captain Keegan Bradley, he has named Jim Furyk as his vice-captain for this year's tournament, of course, at the famed Bethpage Black. So a 9-time Ryder Cup player and former captain himself back in 2018, Furyk brings obviously invaluable experience to the fold, and he'll be joining Webb Simpson, Brandt Snedeker and Kevin Kisner as Bradley's assistants as Team USA look to reclaim the trophy and, of course, those bragging rights. And that's where we leave our sporting headlines for today. Let's get another update on the traffic with Ra.
Thank you, Josie G. Absolutely love that. But we carry on with the rest of the headlines. And yes, talking about traffic, we move to Gauteng, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound after Voortrekker Road. Now, as you can see from the visuals, the left lane is affected, so please drive carefully. We move to Cape Town in Old Paarl Road now, and the traffic is extremely slow moving on the R300 north at Old Paarl. Now again, as you can see from the visuals, delays are expected, so if you're making use of this route, exercise caution and please be patient. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Now, reporting from the world of weather, and the South African Weather Service has issued 2 warnings for today. Firstly, a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms is in effect, with damaging winds, hail, localized flooding, and potential damage to infrastructure and property across much of KwaZulu-Natal, the Mpumalanga Escarpment, and the northeastern Eastern Cape. Now, additionally, heatwave conditions are expected in the Limpopo Lowveld and Limpopo Valley until Sunday, with persistently high temperatures continuing over Gauteng and the western bushveld of Limpopo until tomorrow. Now, residents are urged to please take precautions. And one last time, we get to do this special part of the morning and celebrate another sunrise view. And all the way from Knysna this time, Cecilia has come through and shown us a beautiful shot. It's like the clouds are painted in the sky. You can see the bright hues of the sun just piercing through those clouds, and also a beautiful reflection on the water too. I love this shot. I love what you've done here, Cecilia, and thank you for giving us some insight into the beauty of Knysna. And a reminder, Mzansi, we'll do it all again next week, Monday, bright and early. So you got the entire weekend to go capture some incredible memories, some beautiful sunrises, and share it with us. That number is 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's take a final look at the temperatures that you can expect on your side of town.
You can see I'm still very much in the mindset of the food, and yes, more delicious recipes coming your way, but I am buzzing and my face is cramping from smiling so much. Why? Because we are reconnecting with now SAMA award-winning artist Elandre. He is dropping a new EP. So much has changed. We need answers. Buddy, I'm going to shake your hand for about the 5th time today and say congratulations again, SAMA winner. I know you don't do it for that kind of validation, but it's got to feel amazing, dude.
Thanks so much, Graham.
No. A pre-midlife crisis? Maybe Elvis came to you in a dream and just said, cut your hair, things will be different. You seem to be going through a new phase. Before we even get onto the EP, how are you and where are you right now? What happened to your hair, dude?
Sure, man, I've never been better. I've never been better. And especially in hot summer days like today, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it's time to turn a new leaf. It's been 9 wonderful years looking the same. So I thought maybe we should mix it up a bit. And the reaction's been not too bad, so, you know.
No, you look gorgeous. You look absolutely gorgeous, and I'm loving the energy that is pumping out of you at the moment. There is something fresh, and we've been speaking a lot about the processing the last few crazy years. You have a lot coming through you right now. Where is the creative well right now? Why this choice? The Brink, English, a new EP, new music, clearly a new frontier for you.
I think I've been so blessed with support in the Afrikaans market, but also in English. And I think I wanted to bring something out that could say thank you to the English listeners out there as well, and hopefully entertain Afrikaans people at the same time. It was a big risk for us to take, but it was 4 songs that we really loved to make, and we wanted the world to hear it. So we thought, hey, throw it out there.
Just do it, man. No, because you are creative. You're a pop star before you're an Afrikaans singer, and I hope I don't get a slap across the face for saying that, because I think very often every, especially young Afrikaans singer, has to be labeled Afrikaans before you get labeled to a genre. Afrikaans is a language, not necessarily a genre of music, and I'd like to make that distinction. Do you feel that kind of pressure because you have achieved phenomenal success in a short amount of time in the Afrikaans market, let's say, but do you feel like you now have to be a custodian of the language, or are you just a pop star out there rocking and doing your thing?
No, I think the people that support because they're in for the ride. They don't know what to expect, and I think that's the big thing. I don't put too much pressure on me because they don't, and I guess that's a great thing about this. I am who I am, and I sing what I sing, and you take it for what it is at that moment. But it all comes from love, irrespective of the language, you know.
And you feel it. There is a passion there that is burning, and it seems to be burning more than ever. I'm dying to... Is there a new love interest in your life? Is there... What is going on? What makes you so happy? Where does the inspiration come from? Because you've written now 4 new songs. There is clearly a lot going on.
You know, I signed a record deal about 10 years ago, and I've been so busy with those albums that I've just went indie for the very first time in 9 years, and I've had a great team. So this was the first time that we could create something as a team together independently. Obviously, it's a lot more pressure and a lot more money, but I'm so grateful for everyone that was there before and to do this now. So I think that's the excitement. I've got a kid, you know, I've got this new album out. And
it's out there in the world.
I think that's it.
Talk us through that album for your enjoyment. When you listen to that music, what do you take out of it?
I wrote this with 2 writers from Nashville called Pavel and Fred, and they contacted me 4 years ago. And a lot of it is country and my take on country music. So it takes me back, it takes me home, and it explores traditional to dance country, you know, but it all takes me back to Dispatch, where I'm from. And country is a different playing field right now. It's probably the most, I would say, inclusive genre of music. While lanes seem to be narrowing everywhere else. Do you think we are about to witness, because I feel it in South Africa, a kind of South African country revolution? I hope so. Otherwise, I drop this album at the wrong time.
Just bank the other 7 songs and then we'll release the album in Christmas. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think country's timeless. It's about stories and about people.
Exactly. That being said, what stories are you going to tell for us today? What have you curated for your performances on the show?
I brought 2 songs from the new album. Both of them are English. One is called Armor, that I wrote. It's a ballad. It's about love and protection and just wanting to be there for someone that you love, you know. And the other one is called A Matter of Time, and I do think that this year is a good year, and it's just a matter of time before something great happens.
I like that. I like that a lot. I will tell you, listening to these beautiful sound checks all morning, it's the kind of music that makes you think that you can sing, because you find yourself singing along, but please don't hand me the microphone at any point. Elandre is going to be performing just for you. Clearly, new inspiration there. He might look like a new package, but the same package is there. We've got the passion, we've got the purpose behind it, and we love the new look. You will love the new music even more, so stick around for that. In just a moment, we're going to introduce you to some handy heroes if you're tackling your next big DIY job. We're back in the kitchen to cook us some beautiful healthy fish to round off before we destroy our health over the weekend, and then we're even going to throw Mark Banks, the ultimate disruptor, into the mix in just a moment. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I am already laughing, which bodes well. One of my absolute favorites, South Africans, human beings on the planet. Why? Because he disrupts wherever he goes, and he is just ridiculously funny. His social commentary is unsurpassed. Mr. Mark Banks is here to bark, and he will be doing it from the 28th of February at the Theatre of Marcellus at Empress Palace in Johannesburg, laughing all the way to the banks, in fact. You have that look of someone who's laughing his way to the banks.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
You too.
And connect properly, because we haven't had many opportunities to do this in our long lifespans in TV. But I love the fact that you are here to call us all out.
Here we are. Here being a disused furniture showroom.
Exactly.
In a would-be design centre in Johannesburg. I thought I was flying to Cape Town for this.
I'm sorry,
which is why
I know.
I said yes, I'd love to be on Expresso. I'll get a trip to Cape Town, and they came to pick me up this morning in the tuk-tuk. I thought to take me to the airport. They said no.
Have you got your bags sitting right there?
My bags, everything packed.
You can change
They
outfits
said,
if you
we're
want.
going to Four Ways. I said no, it's Expresso. We're going to the airport where I'm going to Cape Town. I said no, it's in Four Ways.
Listen, the design quarter is about as Cape Town as Joburg can get. This is pushing it as far as we can.
Right. This is obviously one of the storerooms for all the other stores. That
For
haven't got
our
the
beautiful
stuff
stuff, man, to get the FOMO.
in. It's incredible, and the way the fridge just blends with the couch with the open
It's
plan.
bespoke. That's what we call bespoke.
Bespoke.
Now,
That's the new word.
Do you go around your day? Is everything potentially cannon fodder for you? Because I would
think so.
imagine that mechanism must be so finely tuned by now. How do you build a set when
don't know.
everything makes you laugh or makes you
I
concerned?
honestly don't know. I've had it since childhood, and I was never the class clown. I've just always seen the obstacles and speed bumps that come along, and I don't see it as a hindrance. I thought, how do we make that funny? Where there's got to be a joke in it. There has to be humour.
It's the human way. It's the human nature. It's how we survive these things, I think.
It's like the man the other day who killed both his parents, who pleaded with the court to have sympathy with him because he was now an orphan.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh at home.
Don't laugh. You couldn't make that up. Are we going out now? Is this live? Are we going out? Oh, sorry. Are we on?
We are always on, my friend.
The lights on the cameras don't work. You need a red light that comes on. They don't work, do they?
He says this, but he knows. He absolutely knows. When you then have to, and I'm going to use that word again, curate. Now all of this humour into a set.
Yes.
What does that look like? How much room do you leave for the banter and for this crazy genius to just come out its cage, or do you have a script? How do you approach?
No script, and that drives everyone up the wall. That you've no idea. That's been such a hindrance in my life that I don't have a script, because 50% of my show is off the cuff, interacting with the audience, interacting with what's going to happen. I can't stand on a stage and if a 300-ton ice bucket
I'm
suddenly
seeing all the lighting guys rolling their eyes at you.
gets poured into 7 other ice buckets and 3 phones start ringing and a nun runs across the front of the auditorium and falls, you can't ignore it. You have to go with that.
Please say that's in one of the shows.
It happened on Tuesday night, funny enough.
No, actually, I will call you out here, because in one of the articles I read, and I don't know if it's your amazing PR company just putting out maybe a disclaimer of sorts, but you literally list about 50 things from World War III to medical aids to caring for Hardy-Dars.
Yes, very important. And this, where we are now in Four Ways, this is Hardy-Dar NATO headquarters.
Listen, Pharrell even got Hardy-Darred, okay, when he was out here. Do you find that you have to kind of set the tone before you do these sets? Because you are, in a very woke world, someone who feels rocks for anyone on any side, because you are there as a social commentator.
Yes.
You're not a bias in any way beyond the people that you're speaking to. How do you navigate those waters right now?
Well, you have to. You obviously keep ready material up your sleeve for that eventuality, and if that happens, you say that. But you know why Hardy-Dars scream the way they do when they do that?
Pain. It must be pain.
It's because no, it's not pain. They are terrified of heights. Did you know that? They are absolutely petrified of heights, but they only realise that once they get up there. And when they're up there and they look down, That's why you will never see, whenever you see a hardy-dar on the edge of a building, it never looks down.
It always it's in denial. And then the
when it
ones on the
does,
ground, are they screaming out of fright for the ones that are on top? So they're like, get off
it's
the
just
top of the building.
it's a catharsis that they go through. It's their own fear that they're working through, which is what I think we have to do. What I do performance-wise, interacting with the audience, I can only work with an audience who knows what I'm talking about or who can relate to what is going on around. So I'm really holding up a mirror to identify with them and their fears and foibles and what they're talking about. And I get most of my comedy from listening to other people's conversations.
Do you feel it is a responsibility? And I'm sorry to get all deep and dark here for a second. I know.
Early for a Friday
but
morning.
The world is going crazy right now. You can turn on the news, watching the news, listening to Donald Trump, President Donald Trump's response to this terrible... this is the world that we live in here. Is your voice absolutely necessary? And how does that play out in the show?
I don't think my voice is necessary, but I do think that if you can laugh at anything, that will help you get through the speed bump, the obstacle that's in front of you, the fear. We laugh out of fear, ultimately. We laugh at the person who slips on a banana skin because it hasn't happened to us. It didn't happen to us. It happened.
It just makes us feel a little safer. Yeah.
It happened to them.
I love the fact that you have a show. 50% you know.
I do too. It's all I can do because I can't do anything. I don't even have a proper education. You should see my writing. You should read one of my letters.
That's why you don't write down scripts, because you can't read them after the fact.
People think it's a ransom note. They think I'm trying to kidnap them. When they read what they've got, oh my goodness, we'll pay the ransom. I said, no, that's a sketch I wrote.
Well, now you've given your audience some ideas here. So for the uninitiated, if you can sum it up without listing the 25 things that you might or might not talk about, but what do you think people will get? Because we do need a laugh at this time of the year, coming out of the last few years. What will people get out of the show?
What will people get out of the show? The people will get a laugh. They'll get a laugh at other people. They'll certainly get a laugh at me, hopefully. And I always try and introduce new things, current news items. I have quite a lot of props. I have quite. Are we on that camera as well? There's somebody waving from over.
It's just a fan. It's
a customer trying to buy a lounge suite, wondering what's going on. And well, it's where people live. And these days in woke society, comedy's got even more obstacles in it because you can't say anything about sex, religion. You can't say anything about color, creed, beliefs. Where people live, demographic. I mean, it's just absolutely terrifying. That's why the show is only 4 minutes from start to finish.
No, that's the scripted part is only 4 minutes. The other 2 hours and 55 minutes is off the cup. No, you're a genius, and I'm so glad. You might not think it's a necessary voice, but...
What, genius?
Yes, you're a genius. We have a few of those on set, but I am so happy that you are here and that you are doing this. Yeah, no, that's our direct...
I have a cottage to let in Johannesburg, if anyone's interested. Does this go out to the whole of...
Sini's just put her hand up. Yes. If you want more of this, if you want to plug in and get to the source, Ticket Pro is where you can find not a garden cottage, but rather tickets to Mark Banks' show. And it's on from the 28th of February. You can see it at Monte Casino. It's going to be an absolute blast. I can promise you that because I've had 5 minutes with him.
And there's no interval. There's no interval in the show. Absolutely no interval.
Anti-woke. Anti-woke, no interval. You can decide for yourself.
Man, that's the reason why clearly we have to get our tickets, because without even trying, Banks is coming through and giving us all the belly laughs that we signed up for. So don't forget to get your tickets. Only $150. It is that cheap, and you definitely want to get involved. And speaking of money,
the jokes were too good. We need you to get there. I can't stop laughing. But speaking about banks, we want to get your banks absolutely filled because you got to play Powerball and Powerball Plus for so much money. 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots.
She can't stop laughing. So let me help you out, Mzansi, because clearly you need to be reminded about those tickets. But right now you can win big with Natural Lottery, of course. And maybe you can be as giddy as Carissa when you get the money, because you might be missing out if you don't play on the Powerball, which is estimated
I
at
apologize in
9
advance.
million rand. Don't apologize, it's a lot of money. It
It's
makes
so
us
much
all
money.
crazy.
Mhm.
9 million rand for the Powerball, plus the Powerball Plus, which is at an estimated 7 million rand today. So clearly, there's one thing you need to do, and that's buy your tickets now in store. There's the
You do.
nationallottery.co.za website, mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash, and then follow the USSDs. You ready to
Yes.
plug them in the rest?
Yes,
Look at your face, that's full of tears. Wasn't that funny?
I've been trying to keep it in, y'all. I am so sorry. But listen, these details and maybe a meme of me crying on national TV will be on our Expresso social pages. So please go and check them out. And Panda, Push Up Play Powerball and Powerball Plus, like Raul gave you all those details, 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots. And that's today, this Friday. You could become a winner.
An absolute winner. Winning spirit is abound, and it's Friday. So let's keep the spirit of all that coming through right now. We've still got Alandre who's about to be performing.
Oh,
I
exciting.
can't wait for that. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more comedy. So
Yeah, no.
use
But
all
he
those
might make
tears
me
up.
cry. He might make me cry. We'll see how that goes.
And then we're going to be heading into the kitchen, and it's going to be a delicious meal. We've got fish on the menu as well.
Oh,
So
lovely.
if that's something you want to add to your weekend arsenal of good foods, then don't go anywhere, Mzansi. Myself, Carissa, and Atias will be at you in just a bit.
Let me grab a tissue. I'll be right back. Ready to unlock your potential? Stadia Higher Education can help you succeed with flexible and affordable learning options, offering world-class qualifications in fields like teaching, commerce, and law, both via distance learning and on campus. Join over 50,000 students working for a brighter future. Plus, stand a chance to win a one-year tuition bursary of up to 120,000 rand. Scan the QR code or visit winnerday.co.za to enter. Competition closes 31st January. T's and C's apply. Over 50,000 students.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. This is your feel-good kickstart to, I'm going to officially say, the weekend. And of course, we are still very much focused on refreshing our spaces, and we need a handy hero to step in and help us tackle those big DIY projects. Now, Timbold in Woodstock is jam-packed with those experts and insider info to help us tackle our next DIY project like it's a breeze. So let's connect with their team.
Powered by Plascon. Today's handy hero comes from Timbold, Woodstock in Cape Town, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
Our store's been a trusted part of the community for about 20 years now, providing a wide range of quality paints, hardware, smart kitchen DIY units, DIY supplies, tools, power tools, basically anything you can think of. I'm most proud of our commitment to customer satisfaction, and then we go the extra mile to ensure customer leaves with the right products, and our team is always ready to provide guidance to them. Our store stands out because of our expertise, number one, and our personalized customer service. We listen to our customers, we offer tailored advice, and help them succeed with their projects. So we're the go-to place for Plascon products because we're passionate about the brand, we're knowledgeable about its range, and we're a specialist paint color matcher, and also we offer competitive pricing and personalized advice. Plascon is synonymous with quality and innovation. They've been around for many, many years. Their products offer fantastic coverage, durability, and color consistency. The range is extensive, meaning there's always a Plascon solution for every project. Favorite Plascon product would have to be Plascon Cashmere. I love it because it offers superior finish and it's super durable. Most important, measure twice, cut once. Always take the time to properly prep your surfaces before painting. And then prep work is just as important as painting itself to ensure a long-lasting professional finish.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
And we've got everything to do when it comes to kitchen madness, because if you need a tasty recipe to kick off your weekend or even elevate your Friday night dinner, we've got the thing for you. It's a grilled hake and veggies with a creamy dill dip. It's just so perfect for your evening. Packed with flavor, ready in less than an hour. It's quick, wholesome. Everyone's going to love it, and I'm going to get started on this fish. We all know that fish doesn't take that long, right?
Yes,
so
it doesn't.
I'll
And
do this,
maybe
yeah?
you can talk to us about what you seasoned the fish with.
Yes, absolutely.
Looks good.
And it's so simple. It's literally just some fish spice, some paprika. We've got some garlic powder seasoned with salt and pepper. Yeah. And then, you know, some lemon and fish goes together so well.
Absolutely,
and a bit of oil.
perfectly. Yeah, so I love the fish, perfect for the occasion. And I think we're going to kind of do a little bit of a Mediterranean vibe here. So you're ready for that island feel, then this is the meal for you. It's really simple. As you can see, I've already chopped up some onions, some peppers, the colorful varieties. So we've got yellow, green, and red. And then we've got some of the green stuff over there. So this is all literally just going to get chucked into here. It's so simple to make this one. And like you said, the fish cooks so quickly. Yeah. So everything in this meal is kind of like just flash, whip up. You can do it while your guests are there and have a conversation while making the food. So you can carry on with paying attention to the fish. I'm popping some oil over this now. There's some mixed herbs going in here and then some salt and pepper. And then we kind of just work that all together before popping it into the pan. So let me just work it out now. I'm making sure that I can get a lot of that seasoning, a lot of that oil and flavor.
Everything should be coated and lovely.
It's like a dance. It's like a festival out here. And as always, I know I keep repeating this, but it looks like a rainbow, which means nutritional boxes are being ticked. I love it.
I also really love that this doesn't take very long. I mean, on a Friday night, you're trying to get your weekend kick started. And so nobody's got time to spend it in the kitchen. I also had this cousin growing up. I don't know if it's a Catholic thing, but every Friday she would have some sort of fish, whether it's fish and chips or her dad also was a fisherman. So he got fish and they would have grilled hake and almost a grilled
It's definitely
snake.
a Catholic thing. I was brought up Catholic and we used to follow so many of the traditions from not eating meat on certain days, from fasting when it comes to like Lent time, from ensuring that you're only eating certain foods like fish. And it's a very, very cool traditional sort of practice that goes down. There's great meaning behind Catholicism as well. So I like how you brought that in there. Nostalgia for me as well.
Oh yeah? Did I hit something there?
I went to like the full-on, I went to catechism classes.
Wow.
I got confirmed. I was working my way to becoming an altar boy as well.
And then what happened?
But now I get the opportunity to be on live TV and preach to you. Amen. Bringing you good food and good moments. So our fry-up is happening, as you can hear. It's getting festive out here. It smells divine as well.
You want some lemon in here
Yeah,
too?
why not? Just bring it and squirt it all over the studio, why not? And like I said, this is giving that zesty Mediterranean fresh feel. If you don't have an island, make this meal and you'll feel like you're on one.
Yes.
It's the
This
perfect
is
hack.
definitely on my list of places I really would love to go to because eating Mediterranean is so healthy for you, so good. And it definitely comes from living longer. I think they might be in the blue zone too.
I was literally going to say that. You heard of the blue zone. So obviously you
Yeah.
have, and blue zones are areas in the world where people live for like 100 and more. They have a great quality of life.
Yep.
They are eating well. They eat fresh. They eat everything al dente. There's no preservatives. There's none of the the additives that I think really have a negative effect on us of late. And we're starting to discover that. So this meal is literally as good as it can get when it comes to eating from the source. As it is, nothing here has been changed or denatured. It's just fresh, vibrant, natural food. I love it. Woo!
I
And
love
it's smelling
baby marrow
good.
too. It's one of my favorite things.
It's
All
a
right.
nice texture change when you're talking about the crunchiness coming through from a lot of the peppers and everything else. I hope I'm not getting any of the splashes on you there.
No, but look at my beautiful grill mug.
I know, beauty's an understatement. This is absolute perfection. You've got that char line and perfect. I know it's still nice and moist on the inside, so this is a
I'm going to switch
perfect
it off
meal.
because fish doesn't take that long. I'm going to let it rest for a bit. And that's pretty much it. Your dinner sorted out. Some nice farm veggies as well as a delicious bit of fish just for you. ExpressoShow.com is where you get the recipe. Please add it to your menu tonight.
Get some of this right now. Take some of this good stuff. And here's a reminder, obviously, some more good stuff happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere. We've got performances to talk to you about. We're still going to touch in with G-Man and Josie and find out what's happening in the land of gold. G-Man, are you there right now, bro?
I am, my brother. I can see. I don't know if you're still buzzing from the healthy food, the al dente-ness of it all, or from the Liverpool chat, but I'll take it, man. I miss your energy. I miss the love. So I'm going to send a whole lot of love back down to you right now. London is going to be pumping out the feel-good vibes and a whole lot of love in some brand new music. We love the sound. And I'm going to call them earworms, the kind of songs that make you think that you can sing and you will sing along. So we are here for that. Then Kyle, the absolute legend, tackles the Absa Cape Epic training camp. Okay, he's maybe not quite ready to tackle the whole epic, but he's out there with those that are taking on one of the most grueling physical and mental challenges you cannot wait to connect with him. We'll see you now.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, please, Mzansi. Welcome to Friday as we open up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show with S3 and open up to some adventure. And I think this is the perfect time for it. And maybe a reminder for you to plan your adventure this weekend. And cyclists and adventure seekers were absolutely loving it because ABSA hosted an incredible training camp in the stunning Karkloof, KZN Midlands. And we were right in the middle of the action.
I love that. And when we say we mean our very own Kyle, because
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm up to that just yet, because from challenging trails to expert coaching, it was just a weekend of grit, of speed, and unforgettable moments. So let's take a look.
We're live from the beautiful Karkloof Country Club in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal Midlands, where the 2025 ABSA training camp is in full swing. And these determined riders behind me are set to conquer beautiful trails while they prepare for the ultimate test, the 2025 ABSA Cape Epic. Now listen, my feel-good family, this training camp is not only about cycling, it's a celebration of community, resilience and empowerment as the hashtag #SheUntamedRiders are paving the way. What does this training camp have in terms of impact for the women here?
It's twofold. So first of all, it is the dress rehearsal to the main event. So am I ready to sit on a bike for 8 days conquering the Western Cape? But at the second time, it's also about community upliftment and our commitment to being an active force for good within the community of KwaZulu-Natal and the Midlands specifically.
Are you excited about the ABSA Cape Epic?
Yeah, definitely. This will actually be my 5th Cape Epic. So I've been through the system. I know how it works. I know how tough it is. And to be there to support our girls is really one of the best things that I could do to pay it forward.
We're at the training camp right now. Where do we go from here for the ladies?
We start with big blocks of base. We move in increasing the intensity, get the intervals in. And this weekend is where we showcase that strength, see how far you've really come. When we started, there was 2 women, and now we are actually sitting on nearly 100 that are here, and 300 in our community. We have 12 epic teams going to the ABSA Cape Epic this year in 2025, and we hope to have 12 teams finish.
Sure.
The preparation that we've put into these ladies now, it's gone from just a training program to a training program and a personal coach, a nutritionist, as well as doctors, online huddles every month, and then one-on-one sports psychology performance consults.
21 times. Are you ready?
I don't think you can ever say you're ready, but you can do as much as you can to think you are ready. But a lot of pressure for me because we are one guy and one girl left standing. That's done all 20. So now I need to do this for all women to be the last, to try my best. And I will always try my best. And I will never lose respect for this race, but to try and be the last person standing, but in a way to do it for all women.
It's a good time to have the training camp because, you know, the ABSA Cape Epic is just 2 months away.
Yes.
So this is a real test of whether you're ready or not. And if you're not ready, it shows you, you know, what you need to work on and how you can improve.
What is the goal this time around?
The goal is to finish way ahead of the hyenas this time round, and not to be the last official finisher, because last year I literally crossed the finish line as the cutoff gun went off.
Yes. Are you excited for your group today?
Absolutely. I mean, we work so well together. All the ladies are so accommodative. Everybody is so supportive of each other. So I'm really just looking forward to seeing everybody again and riding together.
The weather's cleared up a little bit here in the Midlands, and we are seeing our riders give it their absolute all. And from muddy terrains to a trajectory of epic landscape views, the last leg of this journey proves to be the toughest, and these bad boys behind me are giving it their all.
You know, water points are important because we need to top up our nutrition. If there's one thing that's very important when it comes to cycling is you must continuously be eating, because the engine is not your legs, the engine is your stomach.
It's all about community, and the reality is we're all going to have bad and good days, and so the key is to stick together and to help each other when you're feeling low and boost each other.
you are the #1 cheerleader, yes?
Yes, listen here, I'm so excited to be here, seeing these cyclists actually go through, I think the weather changes. I mean, it's been storming, it's super hot right now, and I just have to say I take my hats off to them.
Tell us a little bit about your story and why you're in the #SheUntamed collaboration with ABSA.
This is a race I've wanted to do for my entire, since I started mountain biking 10 years ago. And it's an expensive race. It's difficult to train for. So when I was approached by ABSA, I just realized that I'm like probably the luckiest chick ever to get this opportunity. So 3 years ago, I got into the program. I trained for the entire year, and then a month before the epic, I fell, cracked my collarbone, and I was out. Year number 2, I trained extremely hard. On day 2, I fell sick. On the route, I got cut. So this year, it's the revenge. I'm going back to make sure that I come back with a medal. Because the thing is, it's not just about us. It's about the community around me. Like, Indian people don't do this.
Yeah.
So for them to see an Indian female, I'd actually be the first Indian female to get a medal. It's about inspiring everyone, like every young girl and child around me.
You know, I had a really tough day on the bike today, but it's because of the community that I was able to get to the finish. By the first water point, you know, I was already feeling like, am I going to finish this? But, you know, with that community, I was able to finish.
What an amazing day at Kakloof Country Club. Look, the 2025 ABSA Team Training Camp has seen these riders share stories, all while soaking up the spirit of community and connection. And we've seen these riders tackle beautiful trails, all while supporting each other along the way. And it's been so inspiring to watch. Now look, just a couple of weeks until the big day where the real show begins. And best believe, my Feel Good family, we are going to be there.
Oh, they look like such a joy. I'm so jealous, Kyle, but what an incredible opportunity to see how crazy these, I call them athletes, are. Taking on an absolutely incredible landscape, conquering it, and doing it all while creating beautiful memories. I think this is something everyone should get involved in.
Absolutely. So take this as your note to gear up for the ABSA Cape Epic, taking place from the 16th to the 23rd of March. That's very soon, actually.
Yeah, now entries are now open. So go visit epicseries.com, and there you'll see all the details to secure your spot in the Ultimate Mountain Biking Challenge. Enjoy. Good luck.
Now, if you've been wondering why I've been kind of light and breezy and in the best mood ever this morning, it's because I've been treated to the sound checks of brand new music from Elandre. I didn't want to give too much of a pretext. I will say, if you're having one of those kind of times of your life, those days where you need to lean on some powerful words and a powerful vocal that means something, you're about to get a massive, massive treat. Here is Elandre.
For the very first time, the song's name is Armor. When you wake up in the night scared from a nightmare, I'll be right there, holding you close until your eyes close. Baby, I won't let you go. When the wind starts to howl and the rain starts to pour, the sky's falling down and the wolves at your door, I can be your armor. Don't you want some danger? Don't you be afraid, you know nothing's gonna harm you. I can be your armor. You've had it tough from the start. Sometimes the world falls apart. Don't let it make your heart harder. Right here in our home world, I can be your armor. I know you don't really need this. You're not helpless, but I can help. I just wanna be your fortress, your shelter when the storm hits. Oh, I'm living for this time. When your heart's in danger, don't you be afraid, you know nothing's gonna harm you. I can be your armor. You've had it tough from the start. Sometimes the world falls apart. Don't let it make your heart harder. Oh. Expresso! When your heart's in danger, don't you be afraid, even though nothing's gonna harm you. I can be your armor. You planned it so from the start. Sometimes the world falls apart. Don't let it make your heart harder. Nothing's gonna harm you. I can be your armor. Yeah, I could be your armor. Yeah, I could be your armor. Right here in our own world, I could be your armor.
Come on! I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love you, man. Oh, that was phenomenal. I'm sorry, I was singing so loudly, I was worrying my vocal was going to bleed through to the actual vocal, but I did warn everyone, it's the kind of music that makes you think that you can sing, that you just get swept up in. I love that. So if that didn't get you through the tough times, I'm going to say it's probably just a matter of time, because we've got another song, another, I'm going to say, devotion of emotion coming to you. Unbelievable new music from an incredible artist who is clearly on the brink of something absolutely amazing. Go and do a search for Elandre and the Brink right now. We'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sure, I will. Okay, so we've got the acoustic. Just so we know, we've got the acoustic show that's in Cape Town at the moment. And is there anything else we can plug now? Yes. Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, what an absolutely incredible Friday. Yeah, welcome back. And welcome back to something incredible, because it's an opportunity for you to fill up your pockets once again.
Very nice stuff we got for you, because we want you to play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 16 million rand, and that's in total estimated jackpots this Friday. And you could just win big with the National Lottery, so we really don't want you to miss out. Go ahead and play Powerball for an estimated 9 million, and then you get Powerball Plus for an estimated 7 million rand today.
Yeah, for the millions, and you can be too. So just do the following. Buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app. You got cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs.
I love that. All those details are on our Expresso social media pages. Give us a follow, go and check it out. And then Panda Push Up Play Powerball as well as Powerball Plus, and that is for 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots. I'm just saying, you could just be the next big millionaire, all right? I'm just putting it out there.
Well, we're going to give you the feeling of a millionaire right now and give you a performance like no other. Let's head to Joburg, because Elandre is standing by.
Oh man, his amazing band and Elandre, yes, are standing by to blow your minds yet again. Whenever there's new music and this new creative well, as I called it earlier, we want to see this performed live. Where can people connect with you in person and see this play out in front of them?
Right now we've got an exciting show called Elandre Acoustis, so it's some of our favorite songs that we put together in one show.
Beautiful.
And very kind of just very acoustic. Very
Is there some Elvis in there?
Yeah, Yeah, there's a bit of...
Now there has to be. Now there has to be.
Sure.
Sure, there definitely will be. I love the fact, I love the vein of form that you're in right now is absolutely amazing. If anything, it's this expansion into new spaces without leaving any of those die-hard fans behind. That is an amazing thing to achieve. Loving the new music. So I'm going to get out of the way and let the new music shine. In fact, I'm even going to bring you your microphone, my friend. That's how desperate I want to be a part of this band. Buddy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We absolutely love you. We love you guys. And we love you guys so much. We're going to give you one final performance. The stage is yours. Enjoy.
Let's hit it, guys. Picture this night, some big break stuff. One of these days, you'll be amazed that it ever went this rough. Really, I'm gonna make a deal and we'll have it good. Freeland, our love boat pushed up on you, sad. Free but faithful, green but grateful. 'Cause all my life I've been chasing rainbows, collecting stains on these worn out church clothes. All I wanted was to come in from the cold before we gray and old. So I won't let go. Oh, because you told me we'll never take it low. Yeah, you said it's only making out in cars and karaoke bars, wishing on stars, lashes and planets far from where we are. Hey! And yeah, it's quite ideal, but I can't help but feel that some things becoming real for you, I'll seal the deal. 'Cause all my life I've been chasing rainbows, collecting stains on these worn out church clothes. All I wanted was to come in from the cold before we
Another feel-good production.